That's All Studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
Light it up, light it up. APJ. Light it up, light it up. So who's gonna win it? The Bucks. Jerry Trent Jr. Light it up, light it up. Kyle Kuzma. AJ Green. Light it up, light it up. Miles Turner. Light it up, light it up. So who's gonna win it? The Bucks, the Bucks. Milwaukee. Light it up, light it up.
It is a great day to be alive on this Wednesday. Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Shout out to Josh from Heartland, a creation to get you all excited from the 24 hours of free agency, the moves the Bucks have made. I'm Ben Brust alongside Kyle Wallace.
Light it up, light it
up. No Brad Nortman. Don't even know if he's, again, did you get the imaging made up yet for Kyle, Stro, and Brust, or however we want to rename the show, with how often Brad's going to be out moving forward with a kid on the way, vocal cord surgery?
Light it up, light it up.
I'm trying to give you an opportunity to give your name in the show.
Yeah, that's fair, and I appreciate it, but I feel like that would be rude. So I have not done that yet. I might do it. It depends when I reach my breaking point of Bradlessness.
The baby's gonna come. The vocal cords, got to clean that up. So he's gonna be gone.
He's not gonna be able to speak for 4 days. Not even say when I say this is what he's. When I said, "What can you do?" He said, "I can't go."
Right. Here's the thing about that. I wouldn't make it 10 minutes.
Yeah, Brad might be okay.
Brad might be fine.
You would damage your vocal cords after having vocal cord surgery.
I hope to God I never have vocal cord surgery, because I wouldn't make it. I might not even make it 5 minutes.
I would love 4 days of you not talking.
I can't not talk for 4 days.
I got great news. I leave tomorrow for 4 days without Stro.
Yeah, you do.
Yes.
Well, he may text you or you may text him.
He'll text me. Yeah. I don't text him.
That's how it is.
Is that true?
He always texts first. I promise.
I do know you do text him first. So.
Look at him. It's like a boyfriend girlfriend relationship.
Do I ever text you? Pretty rarely.
Yeah. We don't really text very often. Actually,
I usually don't text first. Yeah. I'm not a text firster.
I think the last time we texted because you texted me on my birthday.
And you didn't respond, my dad.
Dude, I responded. I don't know what you're talking about.
So yesterday, it reminded me a lot of hearing about how Kyle Wallace had hired Alex Strofe for free to be his driver to the airport.
Oh, yes. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. I might need another ride coming up here.
Yesterday, after our show ended, Kyle and I drove back to the office together. Then Kyle was nice enough to drive me to my place as my fiance's vehicle is getting fixed.
I sure did. What a guy he is.
And Strofe, you were right. Kyle did try and force too much conversation.
On the way to my house? On the way to your house?
Yeah.
What did I talk about?
You just kept firing questions at me. Like I thought we were going to be good just sitting there.
Oh, yeah. It just feels awkward sitting in the car with somebody where it's silent.
But you can play music. You can do whatever you want. Like I was on my phone at one point, and you're like, yeah, so when you leaving tomorrow? What time you got to get to the airport? I'm like,
yeah,
I appreciate it, but you don't care. It's okay.
No, you
forced conversation.
It's awkward. Being, a matter of fact, when we drove back from our remote yesterday, being at Tsunami Express in New Berlin, we had a moment where we didn't really talk, and I was like, it's kind of awkward, right?
Not to me. I was good.
We had Homer playing in the background on the Homer Hour from 5 to 6 right here on ESPN Milwaukee, and ESPN Wisconsin. You can listen back, but. It's just awkward. I'd rather have music and I like ratchet music, and I don't know what you like.
You could have put on anything.
And so, yeah.
You did me a favor which means I am at the mercy of your car with no air conditioning, having to roll down the windows
Okay,
when
you
there
didn't
was
put
some
my
time.
business out there like that. You didn't put my business. I can put my own. Yes. I got to put some of that fluid up in there. I got to go to my guy to put some of the fluid in there. Yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, I do like to talk to people because
I had a shower when I got home because I was so sweaty.
Yeah, listen, what's funny is on the freeway, because you go fast, you go slow. When we go fast, I roll up the windows. When we go slow, I roll down the windows, and I notice Ben will follow my lead. And when
Yes, I was like,
rolling
oh,
up and rolling
thank
down-
God he gave me a chance to open up the window.
When it goes slow, I know what to do. I just roll it down. You just be happy. I don't, because once in a while I try thinking that magically my AC is gonna work.
It's not
and
gonna
it blows
magically
out
work.
the hot. It blows out heat from hell. I be like, ooh, turn this off. Turn this off. But no, I gotta learn. Just it's okay to be silent. I'm happy being silent. in
It
the car
doesn't
with people.
sound like it.
It's just
I
awkward.
actually know, and Strofe knows from experience, you can't not talk to somebody in the car.
I feel the pressure. I feel the pressure.
There was no pressure.
Okay, just
we
remind-
spent so much time together.
I know. It's just like he's in my car, because I do remember a moment we were driving back from New Berlin, and I'm like, I ain't got nothing to talk about. I said, so that wedding, huh?
Yeah, it's just like, dude, shut up. Like, we're fine. Like, we're going back. Like, I hadn't eaten lunch. All I was thinking about was food, and I was
You did
like,
complain
all
about
I was
eating
thinking
lunch.
about was like, when can I get home for food?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you're asking me 20 questions and trying to get to the story of my entire life.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now we're exaggerating.
No.
I'm
I'm just telling you what it felt
I did ask you
like.
some questions. I found out about your wedding and what we should expect at the wedding. So I'm very excited
I'm
about
glad
that.
you learned that, even though you really didn't want to learn.
No,
about
it's good to know. You got money, man. That's all I can say.
800-990-3776. That is the Carbless talk and text line. Less is more. See us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Download, listen back, stream, everything on the ESPN Wisconsin app. We are a day removed from right around this time, a couple hours ago, yesterday. Miles Turner in. The
Yep.
center signs from the free agency. Pacers let him go. The Milwaukee Bucks scoop him up. Damian Lillard waived $20+ million over the next 5 years in dead cap money. And there was I would say a 75% excitement from fans and a 25% what are we doing? We're hurting the future. It is reckless. But I'd say the majority is positive. When it comes to your feelings now, Kyle, do you feel the same optimism and excitement that you felt in the buzz of yesterday as we sit here together today?
So I think I got caught up in the excitement of the Milwaukee Bucks.
Kyle, backpedal Wallace already.
I'm not backpedaling. I'm standing on what I'm saying. I'm just saying I'm excited that the Milwaukee Bucks signed Miles Turner yesterday. I'm excited for what the future could be, but I do understand that the future is limited for the Milwaukee Bucks, and unfortunately, I do think they have a ceiling. Like yesterday, I said that they're not winning a championship with this roster, and after 24 hours, KBN Nation, I think if we all kind of reflect and we're honest, the Bucks basically just, upgraded at the center position. But if we couldn't win a championship with Damian Lillard, what makes us think we're going to win a championship without Damian Lillard? The whole point of getting Dame is because we needed a guard that could pack a scoring punch. This roster, when you look at it, we don't have a guard who can pack a scoring punch. When you look at the teams that were in the finals last year, you had Shea who could absolutely ball out, and then he got guys along with them. And then you look at the Pacers, they had...
Say what you want about Halliburton, but he was awesome in that playoff
He was balling
run.
out. The Milwaukee Bucks have Giannis, but who else do they have? I don't think the combination of Giannis and Miles Turner is a championship duo. The Milwaukee Bucks are still missing a piece, and so we can be excited, but know what? The Bucks may still be in the same predicament and situation they were last year. We got Dame to get a championship. Now we don't have Dame, and we think we're going to win the championship because we got Miles Turner?
Well, the season isn't here. There's still time to make some moves.
Come on now,
Do you
John
think
Horst.
there are moves out there that would make Kyle Wallace change his opinion to, yes, this team can win a championship in 25?
John Horst
26.
has to bring in a capable guard. He has to bring in somebody that can have the ball and like a Drew Holiday probably wouldn't win you a championship, but somebody who can take command of that guard position. Somebody that has the ability to score a little bit. I don't need a guy that can drop 28 points or 25 points. I just need a dude who can be in command, who can lead charge, who can take charge, but also who's going to be a defensive wing stopper? Like for real, who's going to stop other guys' best offensive wing players, best guards? Who? Gary Trent? Heck no. Who? Kyle Kuzma? Absolutely not. KPJ? I don't think so. We have nobody to play defense. No, I love my Bucks. Light it up. But Andre Jackson couldn't get on the court.
I love my Bucks. Light it up. But they didn't do enough for me, Kyle Wallace.
No. I like where we are going, but there are still moves to be made. We cannot sit here and act like the Milwaukee Bucks are a true championship contender by adding Miles Turner to be your number 2 stud. I think the Bucks will be good. Do I think they will be championship? That is the question that is yet to be answered.
So I like this from Tyler because it was what I was going to bring up here in the 608 on the Carbless Talk and Text line. Dame was injured all the time in the playoffs, so they really didn't have him. And so when you think about it, Dame wasn't there. You upgrade at a position, so they did get better in a way from where they were in the playoffs.
When's the last time a center was the guy that won you a championship?
I'm not.
I mean, we have Giannis with him, but
I also think we're jumping a little too far ahead with the word championship right now.
Well, that's the whole point.
The whole point, obviously, is to win a championship, but you have to be realistic about the next couple years.
The Bucks ain't even winning. The Bucks not even winning the damn Central Division next year.
The Eastern Conference Finals is a goal that should be set. If you can get there, then everything that you're doing right now solidifies that you can go into 26, 27, and then honestly put the full court press on Giannis and be like, hey, we've done all of this. We got to a point where you should feel comfortable. We want to make sure that you're part of our future, because you can't go into the next year after that and him have all the control because he's going to be a free agent. And so it has to go two of which ways. The Bucks need to continue to cook in free agency, cook their John Horst, as Stro would say, masterclass of a general management job, and put together a roster that is going to take them further than they need to overachieve. Because the worst thing that could happen is they could be stuck in the same position that they're in right now coming off of this next season, because then you're kind of doing the whole thing over again. And you have even less space in the cap with Damian Lillard being dead money and less opportunity of a grace period from Giannis. Like, they either need to overachieve and do something that they're going to make sure that Giannis is happy with, or they kind of need to suck.
Sucking wouldn't be great because first, you don't own your own draft picks.
But my point is if they suck, Giannis has his decision made up for.
Yeah,
isn't what I want.
No, it's not. It's not what we want.
It's not what I want. But I'm saying the two scenarios for next year. The worst thing the Bucks can do is have a replica season of what they just had.
I mean, and more than likely, I feel like they're on track to have a replica season of what they just had. This team is missing something. And I don't know if there's anybody out there that they're going to get. But, again, John Horst, he might have some tricks up his sleeve, and he may be able to swing a trade and find a way to bring in somebody that fits the mold of what the Milwaukee Bucks need. But all I'm just saying is this. Again, good job yesterday with the moves that you made, but the job is not done. It is an incomplete grade right now because going into the season with the roster that we have, yes, this team will be good. It'll be competitive, but I don't even think, again, like I said, it's not winning the Central Division, and nor is this team winning an NBA championship or even winning the Eastern Conference.
Kyle Wallace is the ultimate Bucks hater. You hate to see it.
Stop. Stro, back me up here, Stro. You know that this team ain't winning the Eastern Conference championship this year. You know that.
I can't definitively say that, given that I don't know who's going to get injured over the course of between now and April.
As of now, you feel confident. You can say, hey, you know what? This team is going to the Eastern Conference championship. You need injuries?
I think they're closer to that than a play-in.
No. I said, do you feel confident today? Would you say this team is going to the Eastern Conference championship?
I'd say no.
Okay, that's the
but
problem.
I think they're close.
If you're begging for some other team to have injuries, then that's a problem.
Yeah, I don't like that you went to injuries first. I wish you would have went more with the
Giannis perspective, because he's been injured the previous postseasons.
Not this last one.
Right, but obviously that is what's derailed them in past postseasons is more what I meant by that.
And the injury luck was there for other teams to take advantage of, obviously with Jason Tatum getting his Achilles and then late in the season for the Thunder. You don't want to rely on injuries, but they do happen.
It's a real thing.
It is a real thing.
Yeah,
I mean, even when you look back to the 2019 NBA championship that should have been the Milwaukee Bucks if they close out the Raptors when they were up 2-0, Golden State was shredded, and that Bucks team was built to be able to beat a team like the Warriors. So we're 24 hours removed. I want your feelings 24 hours later. 800-990-3776 on the Carbless Talk and text line. And it is getting a little weird about Damian Lillard. Some reports about how he feels about being waived. He's tweeted a couple times.
Oh, he done tweeted, huh?
A couple reports have came out. I do want to talk about the Damian Lillard piece here because I think there's too much like, oh, poor Dame going around. I'm not going to do that. I'm just not, and I'll tell you why next.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
You said they are a reflection of their head coach.
Yes, he saw it as he proved with you by signing that damn jersey you had on. You think Campbell would have signed that jersey?
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. The best source for every piece of NFL news you need to know.
I would just say that right now I think all options are on the table. I think that they went through that trade thing and they talked to teams, and it's not like those talks are shut down.
ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter is on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy every Wednesday morning at 7:30. Sponsored by Island Resort and Casino.
But they didn't go anywhere. And when they don't go anywhere, it opens up the possibility that they could be back.
On 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace. Choose from payments as low as $99 a month or 12 months with no payments and no interest, plus a free in-home window and energy assessment. Restrictions apply. Call 414-410-2000.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
How much does it cost to talk to Gruber Law Offices after a serious crash? It's free. Yes, free. As in, it won't cost you anything to speak with us. Not sure if you have a case? Call our team at Gruber Law Offices today. Your first call and your first consultation are always free. And you'll never pay us a fee until we win your case. If you've been seriously injured, call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Gear up for Quick Trip's Mountain Dew Quick Climb. Now through August 17th. Play free daily in the Quick Rewards app and earn bonus plays with every eligible purchase. Grab one with hot food. That's 2 bonus plays. Each week, the cash prize climbs by $5,000, all the way to a $250,000 grand prize. So open the app and get climbing. Your summer, your climb, your win. No purchase necessary. Open to U.S. residents residing in Illinois, Iowa, Minnesota, Michigan, South Dakota, North Dakota, or Wisconsin. Ends August 17th. Bonus plays require qualifying purchase. See full rules at quicktrip.com/sweepstakes.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. Time to stock up for your 4th of July picnics, parties, and celebrations. Do you need a cold half barrel? Maybe a great bottle of wine? Or hard to find liquor? We have everything you need at the lowest prices in town. It's the world's largest music festival, and you'll be there compliments of Discount Liquor. Buy any one 15-pack of 16-ounce aluminum bottles of Miller Lite, Coors Light, or Coors Banquet, or any one 12-pack of Happy Thursday Spiked Refresher, and receive one free Summerfest ticket. Visit us at 51st in Oklahoma and Milwaukee, and on Barstow in Maine in downtown Waukesha. Voted best liquor store in Milwaukee again. Have a safe and fun 4th of July weekend, and don't forget your free Summerfest ticket.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Check out all of our weekly specials at discountliquorinc.com.
Looking for localized banking solutions and a strategic partner? Fifth Third Bank has been shaping the future for businesses for 167 years and for the last 15 right here in Milwaukee. We offer industry-specific expertise, local decision-making, and extensive experience to help you navigate the ever-changing business landscape with your business in mind. At Fifth Third, we're big enough to provide sophisticated solutions and expert guidance, yet empowered to make local decisions and build strong community connections. Experience the commercial banking value only Fifth Third can deliver. Fifth Third Bank National Association. Custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC.
Kevin Morat, Mentality founder here with a wake-up call. You're running on fumes, gentlemen. Just 1/3 of the free testosterone you need. That's why you're drained, defeated, and disgusted with your progress. But here's the truth. Mentality doctors specialize in epic comebacks. Our clients show an increase of 30% testosterone levels within the first month. We don't just treat men, we reignite lives. Just imagine the focus, energy, and drive being restored. Your comeback starts now. Don't wait. Make this your best year yet. Start today at mentalityhealth.com/radio.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, no Brad Nortman. Alex Stro is running the show. KBN Nation, as always, is at 800-990-3776. That is the Carbless Talk and Text line. Less is more. See us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Kyle Wallace officially anti-Milwaukee Bucks.
Don't say that. Don't do it. Not before the 4th of July. That's anti-American to say I'm anti-Milwaukee Bucks. Same thing.
All right.
Anti-American.
Anti-American.
He's right about
You're
that.
anti-American, Ben.
Yeah.
A couple of things have come out as it regards to Damian Lillard. Reports, a couple of them, I saw from McMahon and somebody else, that Damian Lillard was not notified. Bucks ownership did not notify Damian Lillard and his camp ahead of his release. The move was unprompted, and Lillard found out with the rest of us. And so now there's this Stames tweeting and this and that. Guys, let's not forget that Drew Holiday, who was traded to the Milwaukee Bucks that helped win a Milwaukee Bucks championship, was not notified that he was being traded to the Boston Celtics either. And Damian Lillard has 113 million reasons to be not whiny about this. He can go choose to wherever he wants to go play. He is not going to be playing in 2025-26. And if he does on the back end, it'd be a miracle knowing the injury. It takes a long time to recover for an Achilles. And that being said, I still agree with the move. If you can get out of something that isn't working, you got to get out of it. Unfortunately, the only way out was the waiving and the dead cap money the Bucks are taking. But this is a business, guys. Like for the amount of times that everyone's defending Goody for, the way he handles contract negotiations with players for the Packers late in their careers, why are we now trying to make an uproar about not letting Damian Lillard know about his future with the Milwaukee Bucks when, according to some sources as well, he wanted to do all of his rehab in Portland with his family and not be around the Milwaukee Bucks?
The Giroux situation was different. He was traded, and granted, the Bucks could have given him a heads up they were shipping him out, and I think they should have. This Dame situation, this is downright dirty. Dame was waived and cut. They could have told the brother right before they cut him, hey, Dame, we want to have a call with you. Hey, we're going to be making a move, and we're going to end up waiving you. We appreciate everything that
business.
You've done. That is business, but also there's a courtesy that some of these NBA star players deserve. And now what the Milwaukee Bucks have, you have current players and former players tweeting about how dirty the Milwaukee Bucks did Damian Lillard, especially by not telling him. You don't want to have a reputation as an organization in Milwaukee, in the Midwest. I may love the 414. No, let me tell you.
The Packers do the same thing. You're being a fraud right now.
No, it's different. That organization in Green Bay has something called history and a mystique about themselves, and they're competitive year in and year out. The Green Bay Packers in the last...
They have one championship since 2010. The Bucks have a championship more recent than the Packers.
You can say that, but once Giannis leaves the Bucks, there is no mystique about Milwaukee, right? There is no real draw to Milwaukee. The Green Bay Packers have a draw of history of being able to play in Lambeau Field. When you think about the Milwaukee Bucks, the thing that we got going for us, I know I love the city. I love it. But these NBA players don't understand how great the city is. They'd rather be in Miami. They'd rather be in L.A. They'd rather be in Boston. And so when you think about that, you have to make sure that you have a goodwill around your organization. And the fact that you did Dame dirty like this may have ramifications for the Bucks down the line. Because when players think about, do I want to go to Milwaukee? Oh, no, that ownership group, they do people dirty. When they traded Drew Holiday, they did him dirty. After winning the championship for them, then the way they traded him was extremely bogus. All the way they did Dame on the way out, you know what? Dame found out he got cut when everybody else did. They didn't even give him the courtesy of a phone call to a dude that's a top 75 player of all time. It's disrespectful by the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, should Dame pout about it, be sad about it? No, because you're right. Dame's going to get paid, and he wins from this scenario because now he gets to go home. He gets to be around his family.
So who gives a damn.
There's just a certain way that you should do business, and it's easy just to do a phone call to say, hey, Dame, this is what we're doing. We appreciate you. He should not be finding out the same way you and I find out. That is disrespectful to a legendary player in Damian Lillard.
It's not even about that. It's about
and
he's going to be happy to find a new change of scenery.
Listen, doing things the right way is what matters in life. And the Milwaukee Bucks, in this sense, I don't believe they went about it the right way. Moving on from Dame, perfectly fine. Get a boy a call. Let him know that you're going to move on for him. Thank him for everything. Wish him the best of luck in the future. But again, I think it is a win for Dame at the end of the day because he gets to get paid, but then he gets to go to the West Coast and gets to be with his family. And more importantly, Dame gets to pick where his career is going to go next. So all good for Dame, but I do think the Milwaukee Bucks were dead wrong for doing it this way.
Let's welcome Dirty D and Diana from Iguanago, 800-990-3776 on the Carbless Talking text line. Dirty Dizzle.
Hey, Dirty D. Dirty D.
Dirty D going once. Dirty D going twice. Dirty D sold. She is off the line.
Oh, wow. You selling people?
I
He auctioned off Dirty D.
I can't do that. Stro, what are you doing over there? She's back on.
We sold her. We sold Dirty D. What do you...
Do you even have your headphones
selling
on?
People.
Okay, well, too bad.
Diane, are you there?
She's not there.
She's not. Put your
That's a full
headphones on.
drop. You tell me not to touch the call screen. I had a full drop there because you didn't have your headphones on and he didn't have any idea what was going on.
What was happening? He said, "What are you selling people
What are you
for?"
selling people?
We're selling people.
I was waiting for her to talk.
Well, we were waiting for 15 seconds. You can't have dead air.
Yeah, well, hold on. First off, it's not dead air. We can hear the beautiful sounds of I-94 in the background. Second off, I knew exactly what was going on. Well, I feel like we should respect the people that respect us, like Dirty D.
Kyle's talking nonsense. Business is business anywhere. That's from Don. Tyler chimes in on the Carbless Talking text line. Don't care. He didn't really do much for us anyway.
That's crazy, bro. Like that is wild.
That
is wild. We
on
don't
the
have decency to
YouTube.
people with respect.
I disagree with Kyle. Packers don't have an excuse. Dame is getting his money. Z and the D, your turn to respond to Kyle Wallace being Damian Lillard's shield today.
Oh, we love Z and the D, don't we? He's our favorite.
I love Z and the D.
Oh, Kyle, you don't like me. Don't put a fake persona on Kyle.
What up,
You
Z
don't want
and the
that
D?
fake persona. No. But hey, Kyle, was he employed by the Bucks, right?
Yeah, he was employed
And
by
so
the
he's telling and so for him to tell the Bucks, yeah, I'm going to do all my rehab in Portland and not Milwaukee, isn't that kind of a breach of a contract?
He asked to do it. He didn't tell him he was doing it, according to reports.
But I'm pretty sure he was going to do it no matter what.
Dirty D, Dirty D. Z and the D. Too many D's around here. Z and the D, you can't say that for certain. But I think with the Bucks being turned off by Damian Lillard trying to go to Portland to be with his family, not prioritizing the team, I think it's mutual. And then of course he's going to go on Twitter and try to defend himself. He's getting $113 million. I don't know why you are the Damian Lillard shield.
No, I'm not a
You
shield.
might as well follow Damian Lillard to whoever team he goes next because you have more loyalty to him than the Bucks.
No, I'm sorry that I'm a principled individual who believes in morals and believes in doing the right thing. I'm sorry that I have great core values in the fact that we should go about things the right way. I'm not saying waiving him was a problem. It was crazy because the Bucks are going to have that cost for 5 years. It's crazy. But at the end of the day, the way they went about it is not telling them. I just disagree with it. I'm not being a shield for Dame. I'm just being a shield for humanity. That's all I'm saying. And I'm thinking about the fact that if other NBA players are thinking about coming to Milwaukee, if you take Giannis out of the picture, ain't nobody wanting to come to Milwaukee. Milwaukee is everybody's last choice.
Ben, if you got fired, would you want a heads up or to prefer to be show up and your ID doesn't work anymore? Common courtesy, let a guy know.
That's true.
For $113 million, I wouldn't give a damn if my badge didn't work, if anything didn't work.
Come on,
you lied to.
You know Benjamin Brust.
$113 million
to work, and his badge didn't work, and he saw on social media that Ben Brust had been let go from GKB. Ben Brust would be trying to have a conversation. You guys didn't even have the dang dignity to even let me know?
No, because if I had $113 million, I'd be like, all right, whatever.
Nah, you a lie.
No, I'm not.
March me to the office. Embarrass me. I want everybody to know I'm getting fired. I want everybody to know because I'm going out. Wow.
Marcus chimes in, Ben, you have more loyalty to Giannis than the Bucks. Damn right, because the Bucks are nothing without Giannis. Period.
No, I mean, yeah, the loyalty should be to Giannis. The Bucks are nothing without Giannis. I agree. And that's
sorry, Marcus. Everything that works in the Milwaukee Bucks in this community is around the man that is the best, one of the best players in the world. And
that's my whole. That's
how we're here.
That's my whole point. At least you can build some type of aura around the organization, how you do right by players. But the Bucks don't do right by players on their way out, obviously, clearly. The way they traded Drew, just like that, and the way they did Damian Lillard, just like that.
Well,
obviously don't know how to handle these situations.
You protected Damian Lillard all segment. Tell others how they can protect themselves like you protected Damian.
Oh, listen. I protected Damian Lillard, but I didn't do as good a job as American Family Insurance would do with protecting you. So listen here. If you are looking for some type of insurance, whether it's home insurance or auto insurance, look no further than American Family Insurance, because for almost 100 years, they've been committed to making life better with the right home and auto protection. Also, you're free to enjoy your dreams. So listen, KBN Nation, always remember this. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly with American Family Insurance. Get a quote today or find the agent by going to amfam.com. It is so easy. Go to amfam.com. You can get a quote or find an agent today so you can get that home insurance or auto insurance, or you can bundle that thing with American Family Insurance. American Family Mutual Company, SI, and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Nick chimes in on the Carbless Talking text line. I do a lot of things for $113 million, especially if someone just telling me I don't have to work is it.
Yeah, I'd be okay with it.
What do you mean you'd be okay with it?
I mean,
You're such a fraud.
I would be like, y'all bogus for that, but make sure my check, matter of fact, I want my check ASAP. I'd be salty, though. I would be happy, but I'd be salty. I'd be like, they bogus over there in Milwaukee. I would. You know, I ain't got no problem talking about people.
Yeah, well, you're just wrong once again. Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Is she back? Is she alive? Is she on 94?
Hey, Dirty D.
No, sorry, guys. I had a very important phone call that came in for my daughter.
What could be more important? Okay,
well, that's why.
Never mind.
Don't even go there, Ben. Okay, first of all, no, don't cut me off, Ben. Let me finish.
Cut his mic.
Shut up,
Cut his mic.
Come on, get to the point, Dirty D.
Come on, girl.
Shut up, Ben.
Okay. I kind of agree with Kyle. The way they did it with Dame was a little disrespectful.
My girl.
He's a human being. He should have deserved a phone call, but at the same time, I'm not
but
really
you can
missing
take a phone call over us?
Shut up. Let her finish.
Listen. I am not really missing him that much because he was inconsistent. So I really don't think that it's really going to hurt us that much for them to get rid of him.
That's Diana McGuanago. Thank you, Dirty D.
Shut up, Ben.
Yeah, okay. I let her go.
You be good, Dirty D. Hopefully talk to you tomorrow.
All right, yeah. I'll be gone, Dirty D, so no one will cut you off. How about that?
Okay. See ya.
Okay, sounds good. More Kyle Brust and Nortman. Maybe a little Will of Strofe next.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
Student Athlete Support Fund is something I was looking at. I'm ultimately likely going to give to this College of Letters. I was in life.
Long week. On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman, here to tell you about my friends at Bank 5-9. Everywhere I go throughout the area, I see Bank 5-9, and it's no wonder why. Not only do they have 14 branch locations, but their employees spend nearly 9,000 hours each year volunteering in the communities that they serve. That's on top of the financial support that they provide to several hundred nonprofits right here in southeastern Wisconsin. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check them out today at bank59.com. Member FDIC.
Woo! Hey, this is Ben Brust from Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin. People can't stop screaming about the Screamin' Sicilian frozen pizza, and no wonder. There's plenty to scream about, like the buttery stone-fired crust, secret recipe tomato sauce, mounds of whole milk mozzarella, and tons of premium toppings. Find Screamin' Sicilian in your local grocer's freezer and find out for yourself why Sporked called Screamin' Sicilian's Holy Pepperoni Frozen Pizza the best of the best. Screamin' Sicilian. Taste what all the screamin' is about.
The
The open road is calling, and the ride begins at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. This July, you could burn rubber on a custom Harley-Davidson in the Fire Up Your Fantasy motorcycle giveaway. Play with your rewards card all July for entries. Thursday drawings for extra cash and reward play. Fire up your fantasy. Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Are you going to do something today?
Yes, I am.
And what exactly might that be?
My plan is to sit here and enjoy our amazing new patio set from Steinhoffel's.
Steinhoffel's 4th of July sale is going on now. Take 10% off store-wide, plus an extra $100 off every $999 you spend. But don't wait too long because this sale ends soon.
Now, would you be a sweetheart and get me another lemonade? I have to stay hydrated.
Steinhoffel's 4th of July sale, going on now.
At Tony Wendorf & Associates First Weber Real Estate Services, we believe in the human side of real estate. For us, it's faith, family, and friends in that order. We live that every single day. We move fast, negotiate with confidence, and communicate clearly so our clients win. We operate from a place of gratitude, having donated nearly $200,000 back to our community since 2020. You deserve a team that delivers a luxury experience no matter the price point. Tony Wendorf & Associates, trusted knowledge, superior service. Contact us today at wendorfteam.firstweber.com.
Make plans to stop by Third Ward Beer Garden at Catalano Square. Experience Milwaukee's favorite beer garden, the perfect spot to meet up with friends in the Third Ward. Open Wednesday through Sunday with live music Thursday through Saturday. Good times and great vibes await at Third Ward Beer Garden.
Forget average. At Exterior Pros, they bring the heat. They're not here to meet standards, they're here to smash them. From the first swing of the hammer to the final reveal, they're leveling up your home with every window, every shingle, and every single detail. This isn't just a remodel, it's a glow up for your house. Built tough, built beautiful, built to turn heads. Want in? Let's go. Lock in your project now and save $3,000. Exterior Pros, where bold meets built. Trust the pros and visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274.
For over 50 years, Cousin Subs has celebrated and embraced the traditions of their home state of Wisconsin. And now, Cousins will be honoring a Wisconsin tradition like no other with their Pull Tab giveaway promo. Now through July 6th, while supplies last, guests will receive a Cousins Pull Tab with a sub or sub-inable purchase for a chance to win Cousin Subs for a year and much more. For additional info and official rules, visit cousinsubs.com/pulltabs. One pull tab per customer per transaction per day. To receive a pull tab with no purchase necessary, see official rules.
Every child deserves a safe, loving, and permanent home. Help the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption find families for children who've lingered in foster care the longest. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Reactions coming in on the fact that the Bucks didn't let Damian Lillard know after he wanted to go rehab in Portland for his Achilles.
Disrespectful.
That they didn't let him know that he was going to get waived and get paid $113 million to pick his next destination.
Dame, what's happening? This is John Horst. Just letting you know we're going to go in a different direction. We appreciate everything that you have. We're going to waive you, but you get all $113 million. We're going to spread it over 5 years. You're going to be able to rehab in Portland, and also going to be able to.
Does he have two eyes?
So I appreciate you.
He can read about it. 800-990-3776. Alan in Milwaukee, you're up. What's going on, Alan?
Hey, what's going on, y'all? I told Stro, I'm gonna agree with Kyle for once, and I'm gonna try and convince Ben. I'm gonna give y'all a real life use case. So when Dave and Buster's first opened, like I think it was 2010, 2011. They have game techs that set up the games and repair the games, and I was one of those first people that they hired. So I was like a group of like 10 of us that were hired right before they opened to set it all up and the work and stuff like that. So for a while, you couldn't take any days off. That was throughout the whole building because grand opening, blah blah blah. But then eventually they got around to like where business started to settle, and whether you were a bartender or a waitress or whatever it was, they wouldn't tell you you were like laid off. They would just take you off the schedule. So you would just be calling in week after week, checking your schedule, and there would be 0 hours for you. They wouldn't even call and tell you. And this one guy that I worked with, he took an extra vacation. He had like a 4-day weekend, he came in on his last day off, to play games, do whatever with his son, and he had some paperwork that he needed signed by the manager for employment verification for school, for money for school. And he went back in his office to have him sign it, and he came back out and he told me, he's like, man, that dude wouldn't sign my paperwork. And I was like, why? What happened? He said, I don't work here no more. I was like, wow.
Now, look, I feel for that bogus situation as well. But this is different. Damian Lillard's getting $113 million by getting waived.
He was still shocked.
Yes, as he should be. But he's not getting $113 million, which makes this not comparable.
No, you can still be shocked.
Money cures.
They fired the man on his day off.
I feel for him, but that's not what the story is with Damian Lillard. He wanted to go to Portland to rehab his Achilles and not be around the Bucks facility, which is a telltale of him crying wolf now that he is feeling like he was left out.
Crying wolf?
Yeah.
Now you're just talking.
I'm literally not.
What you are?
Kyle, is there any bleeding heart for the other guys that are no longer on the Bucks?
Like who?
Pat Connaughton.
They probably called Pat because they told Pat about all the properties that he's going to have to hire a property manager for. Hey, Pat, you can't be going there no more. You saw that on social media.
I forgot about that.
Ain't nobody going to be breathing down in his neck?
Somebody, too. For those that don't know, it seems like Pat Connaughton's got a lot of investments in
real estate. He came in
real
here.
estate.
His dad's like a real estate investor, and he did it here in Milwaukee.
And somebody that I don't know if is a real or fake person goes, thank God he's not going to be knocking on my door for rent each month.
Pat just be Hey, man, listen, it's the 10th. Where my rent money at?
Yeah, I just picked up a $9.5 million option, but I need your rent.
I need this cash money. But no, I'm sure they'll be. Brooke Lopez, he knew it was up. It was just the way they did it was cutthroat. He'll be all right, but it's bogus. I think they should go about it in a better way because they need to be building up who the identity of this organization is because Giannis isn't going to be here forever. And you want people to understand when they come to Milwaukee, not only do they get great facilities, but they're not going to get a great nightlife, but you're going to get an organization that's
Damn, you just took out your 4-on-4 like that.
Listen, I love Milwaukee, but it ain't just, listen, I've been in better places.
Oh, wow. But
for nightlife, yes. Yes.
Oh, wow.
There's 7 places to go to. I've been going to them since I was 19, 20. I only do so much.
They're opening up new places.
Okay.
Stro, what are the hot spots? Madison, Milwaukee. Where are you taking a Milwaukee Bucks player when they sign to the team? You want to come to the Terrace and have a beer with me?
Straight to Silk.
Oh wow!
Oh wow!
I
don't think you should do that. I think they'll be like, "What?"
Yeah, no, they'd be like,
"What?
Man, these ain't the same women we see in Atlanta."
In all fairness, I've never been there. I was making a joke.
I'm gonna take you there one day.
No, I'm all right.
No,
Strofe and Kyle go to Silk.
Yeah, we should do
that. That's
a
great
content.
YouTube short.
I think that's a horrible idea.
Here go $25 all one. Strofe, have a good time, buddy.
Oh, you give me 25?
Actually, I'm thinking
Kyle's gonna give me money.
That was wild.
Probably more like 10. I love my girl, but I ain't spending $3
But $25 to Silk for Strofe.
It'd probably be about 20 between the two of us. Choose wisely.
Is that all you're spending there?
I don't spend a penny.
Josh from Heartland chimes in as well. Is there a specific strategy behind not telling players of transactions before they're official? Well, the Bucks did have the Bogdanovich trade nixed because of some conversation that they had.
And what was that
tampered.
trade, Benny? What was that trade? What happened there?
Tampering.
Sure, but what term was used?
What do you mean what term? They tampered.
No, the transaction was in what?
Peril.
That was no fun.
Yeah, because I've heard that liner from the old days when I said they were in peril. I didn't know what the word peril was.
Peril?
Peril. So yes.
That was Dante DiVincenzo getting traded out that way too, wasn't it?
Sure was.
Said we got Dante DiVincenzo for Serge Ibaka.
It didn't working out because we got Drew. I don't know
and
if we were
4 second-round picks, if I'm not mistaken.
And then 5 for Jay Crowder.
We didn't trade 4 second-round picks with Dante to get Serge, did we?
No, he didn't say that.
Wait, which traded 4 second-round picks?
5 second-round picks for Jay Crowder.
What did we get for Serge Ibaka? Was it just Dante?
We traded away Dante.
Maybe we got a second-round pick, too.
Regardless, it wasn't enough for the value that Dante is providing now versus what Serge Ibaka did for the Milwaukee Bucks.
That's the best draft pick he ever had. We traded him.
Might be.
He was good back in the day.
College students, parents of college students. I know there's one that's back with Strofe, learning all the great things that Strofe can do behind the glass. Going back to college? Well, you might be a qualified college student. If your parents are listening, your parents are college students, qualified college students get 15% off their IKEA purchases. If you're looking to make it more comfortable, functional, fashionable, let IKEA help. Innovative storage solutions, furniture to maximize your space, and fashionable bedding accessories to make it uniquely yours. Visit IKEA Oak Creek or check out the Ready for College section, ikea.com/US. Let's do it, Strofe. Wheel of Strofe. Can I spin the wheel today? It's next.
Oh, wow.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman.
DKB, they get all my love, all my energy, and all my time. I'll be danged if GKB and Craig not going to allow me to take my half-an-hour boo-boo. If I need to do that, they need to allow me to do that.
That's your whole lunch break.
I don't even take a lunch break. I work during lunch.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Hey, it's Alex Stro. What are the expectations for Jordan Love in year 3 as the starter for the Green Bay Packers? What will the Packers' new-look defense look like? And what are reasonable expectations for the Packers' record in 2025? We'll explore all of those questions on our annual State of the Packers show, Saturday, July 5th, live from Summerfest. Join me, Gabe Neitzel, and Jason Wilde from noon until 3 as we take a deep dive into the 2025 Green Bay team. It's State of the Packers beginning at noon, July 5th, right here on ESPN Milwaukee.
Summer is here, and your taste buds deserve the best. Carbless is perfect for the pool, the lake, or hanging out by the fire. Full of flavor with 0 sugars, only 100 calories, and made with premium spirits. Don't just settle for something overly carbonated and those flavorless seltzers. Carbless has full flavor with every sip, not just a hint. So when you're ready to take a drink and ready to chill, Carbless is clean, crisp, and won't leave you feeling bloated. Find your bliss today at drinkcarbless.com.
At Citizens Bank, community banking is you, growing your business with a partner who gets it. It's you, buying your first home with a lender who makes it easy. It's you, building a future with savings that work just as hard as you. And it's us, working together to strengthen our community. Because at Citizens Bank, community banking means you plus us. Visit us at citizensbankwi.bank. Citizens Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Hey, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Buying a roof, siding, or windows can feel overwhelming. Hidden costs, confusing contracts. We don't play that game. We educate you so you can decide. And when you know the facts, Infinity Exteriors is the clear choice. Since 1997, we've installed peace of mind with no surprise upcharges, flexible budgets, and immediate financing. Infinity Exteriors, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
Monica, we've got to hand it to you.
You and the design team have outdone yourselves.
Are you talking about the One collection?
Those rings say you are the one.
And they say it symbolically.
Describe the symbols.
Every ring in the One collection should be presented with a special ritual.
What would that ritual be?
You pick up her left hand and you place a kiss on her ring finger.
Rick, you never told me about that part.
Then you show her the tiny red diamond, flush mounted inside the ring, that will forever be in contact with her finger.
Why is it red?
Because that's when the giver says to the one, wherever you go, my heart goes with you.
I give you this kiss. I give you my heart.
The red diamond is a secret symbol of that sacred moment.
The center diamond on the outside of the ring is for the whole world to see.
But the tiny red created diamond inside the ring is only for the two of them.
The One collection of engagement rings is available exclusively at Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you,
visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Kyle Brust and Nortman's Ben Brust here for Grimal and Associates Insurance. They do what anyone with a growing family, like myself, does. Protect what matters most. Grimal and Associates specializes in coverage that's tailored exactly to you. Clients aren't just policies. They're part of their community. Personalized American family insurance back service, expert guidance, and genuine commitment. Grimal and Associates focuses on building trusted relationships and providing peace of mind. The same values they've had for over 30 years in the Milwaukee area. Connect with Grimal and Associates at teamgrimal.com.
This is Kevin Moret from Mentality. Men, you're being robbed of your potential. Research shows a shocking 1% annual decline in testosterone levels. That's why building muscle feels impossible and your confidence is at an all-time low. But here's the truth. You're not alone in this uphill battle. Mentality's physician-directed, FDA-approved treatment doesn't just level the playing field, it restores your body's powerful balance. Our patients experience a documented 30% increase in their testosterone levels. Stop struggling and turn this around. Defy the odds and reclaim your masculine edge at mentalityhealth.com/radio.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Rock your body, rock that body. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, no Bradley Nortman, Strophy running the show. UKBN Nation at 800-990-3776. It's time now for the Wheel of Stro.
It's time for the
Wheel of Stro.
All right, another day, another dollar here on the Wheel of Stro.
I don't like you spinning the wheel. You've been doing less push-ups since you've been spinning it.
I literally did 20 push-ups yesterday.
But you only did it once.
Usually it lands on it twice.
Yeah, I like that I'm spinning the wheel. I also hurt my thumb yesterday.
Which is why you shouldn't be spinning the wheel.
You hurt something every day. You can't function without getting hurt. Today you threw your arm up and said, I think I threw my shoulder
That was a joke.
He also tried throwing a ball to me in the office in which he slammed it into the ground.
Bad throw.
Like,
well,
it
hit a desk first.
Yeah, like you overthrew it and held the ball too long.
How did you hit desk? It was a straight shot. Desks were all the way
Wheel of Exactly, Kyle. Red.
All right. Well, boys, I hate to go negative right away. Devastating news today. Devastating.
All right, what's the
All right, every time you do this, it's never
drama
as big
queen,
as it is.
What now?
Last night, during the WNBA Commissioner Cup halftime show.
Oh, yeah, you're right on this one.
I know I am. Red Panda falls off her unicycle and was transported to a hospital. She's 55 years old.
She's old. She's retired.
55. She looked good.
I hope she's okay, but she's got to hang it up.
She felt what?
There's been too many videos going around.
I think that unicycle's like 13 feet in the air.
Yeah,
it's a bad fall.
She landed directly on her rump.
Yeah.
Her legs were out, and she landed on her wrist. She had a wrist injury. She couldn't really walk that well. She had to be wheelchaired off the court.
Father Time is undefeated. I don't know why she's putting herself at risk anymore.
She's the greatest halftime performer of all time.
Not anymore.
Bit, come on now. Come on.
What
You have no
today?
respect whatsoever.
I'm just saying, of course, I mean, what do you think she's going to do until she was 99?
She was going to try.
Well, now she doesn't have to. She can retire. She's made plenty of money going around the world.
I hope she gets
Where's Red Panda Jr.?
I don't know.
I don't think this is a Ken Griffey situation, bro.
Where's the kid?
She looked good for 55.
Where's the kid?
Anybody else?
She looks great for 55.
I thought she was like 45.
Oh, yeah, she really looked good in a wheelchair.
She didn't look good in the wheelchair.
I mean, once they get in the wheelchair, then all of a sudden the attractiveness goes away. Not saying she's attractive. I'm just saying that, she didn't look 55. I'm shocked that
I'm
she's
just going to
55.
say, it sounds like you're calling her attractive. Very
No,
likely.
I mean, for 55.
And then a wheelchair made her ugly is what Kyle just said.
We have to admit, she looked like a little cougar now knowing she was 55.
Cougar?
For 55.
She wasn't hitting on you. She was catching balls on her head.
Attempting to. She's lost her fastball.
She didn't even have balls in play last night.
I know.
Just got on the
She's
court.
lost her fastball.
Here's what I think happened. Slippery floor.
I think so, too.
Wet spot?
Wet spot.
They need to sue the hell out of the WNBA.
How much do the moppers make in the WNBA?
Do you remember when her bicycle was or unicycle was stolen at the airport?
I do remember that, yes. I do remember that.
Po thing. Hope she didn't break her leg.
I mean, how do you not have a backup unicycle? You're the Red Panda.
I mean, I imagine those things aren't cheap to fly.
Oh, no, I just saw her fall. Oh, no.
Bad fall.
Guys.
She fell forward. And you can just see it in her eyes.
No, the fall was bad. I hope
lands
she's
on her
okay. But it's time. Father time.
Can we be honest? Honestly, circle for a second. How many different videos of that did you watch last night?
I only watched
Every
one.
angle.
No, it's just too hard to see.
I watched every angle.
Y'all are
available.
cruel and unusual.
No, I was sad. So, humble brag. My girlfriend used to be an NBA dancer for the Indiana Pacers.
Oh, this is the first time you told that story, huh?
I think so. At least on this platform.
No, you've said it many times.
All right. Well, my girlfriend used to be a dancer in the NBA.
Cool.
And so she met Red Panda a few times, and I had to tell her, I had to break this news to her last night. She cried.
Good for her. I'm glad she has a
She's
soul.
not cruel like Ben.
Yeah, I'm soulless today.
You don't have to tell anybody they're getting fired. Red Panda's in.
For $113 million, you don't.
I feel like this is more devastating. No offense to Tyrese Halliburton, but more devastating than Tyrese Halliburton's Achilles tear in Game 7 of the NBA Finals. This is about as bad as it gets.
That dang unicycle.
I wish I could read Colin's text. I can't.
Why can't you read it?
Because it's a shot at you.
Me or him?
You.
Oh, what go ahead. You say it.
Wheel of Stro.
Move the screen over. I want to
Can't read it. Can't read it.
Red. Kyle, keep the show rolling.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to read this dang text message, what they said. Chris said.
No.
Can't read it.
Well, I mean, I guess while they're doing push-ups, I do want to say this. This is a travesty that Red Panda career may be over simply because of slippery floor at the dang Commissioner's Cup. This could have been a career-ending injury. I don't get to see this old woman flip cups and flip bowls on her head while riding on a unicycle. She is a national treasure, and I don't think she's from here.
How'd you do? Getting stronger back there?
Actually, yeah, dude. Well, I got to tell you, since my kidney stone, I was feeling real fatigued the last few days. Today, I woke up with ball energy. I woke up earlier than I typically do. I feel great. I'm back to normal. Shout out to Doc.
Dr. Jonathan. Wheel of Stro.
Oh, by the way.
Oh, you're smarter than Ben Brust is coming up next.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, we didn't do yesterday.
Oh, wow. Who's reading the question?
Strofe.
Well, I'll find out together.
Yeah, red.
Are you serious?
Kyle, try to
That's
talk.
blue.
No, you just moved
I
it,
didn't
dude.
move it. That's blue. Been blue the whole time.
He's so scared of push-ups because he's out of breath.
I'm a little sore.
You're
I'm not
so
gonna lie to you.
weak.
Yeah, that's accurate. That's an accurate statement. 6'3", like $170.
I still don't believe the whole $170
I think it's
thing.
like $175 these days. I got a little bit of a belly. So, Brewers just won, by the way.
Yeah!
Joey Ortiz Grand Slam.
How about Joey Ortiz?
How about
hot?
Sure. Yeah, give credit to Joey Ortiz. I'm just curious what the first at-bat of the game was, if anybody.
A Sal Frelick homer.
Salvatore! Only 2 games back of the Chicago Cubs all of a sudden, fellas. 11 games over 500. They're catching the Cubs, right? They're catching the Cubs.
It matters in September. Right now is good. You want to be with this
I
right
hate that mindset.
Don't
hate it.
Don't do the wake me up when the playoffs start. Bologna sausage. That's ridiculous. Don't be ridiculous.
I just, I'm scarred from when the Milwaukee Brewers had to fire Ron Renicky, I think it was, and hire Dale Swain.
You got to heal some scars.
No. You got to remember the past in order so you don't run into it in the future. You got to utilize that to move forward. And I'll never forget that. Never forget it. Man, we just blew it again a couple years ago, too. Remember with
Well, the Cubs blew it a couple years ago, too.
Yeah, no, I'm all for it. We got to focus on grinding and keep doing what we're doing. Don't focus on September. Focus on July. Okay, is that it?
Focus on September? No.
Focus on July. Don't focus on September. Focus on July.
Who's focusing on? You're the only one that brought up September.
No, I'm saying focus on winning now. You guys are talking about, catching them, and who cares?
I think they're going to catch them like this week is what I mean.
Okay, great. Now we just need to sustain it. What was the question? You said blue.
I said they're going to catch the Cubs.
Oh, that is his...
right? Question mark?
Oh, that's the blue. Okay.
So Kyle hates the Brewers and the Bucks is what we learned today.
No, that's not true. I love my Brewers. This is exciting.
And he only cared about Red Panda's age, not her injury.
And the Miz is on the back half of this doubleheader.
Oh, it's going to be
Wheel of Stro.
One more.
Red.
Oh.
You have this thing weighted on blue?
It's green,
green.
Do your eyes not work?
Yeah, I think you need to go to the optometrist.
All right, last one for you. The New York Knicks, after a long search, have found their new head coach. It's Mike Brown, the 2-time NBA Coach of the Year. What are they doing exactly? They just made it to the Eastern Conference Finals with Tom Thibodeau.
Players like Tibbs.
They fire him, and now they bring in a retread who's done it time and time again.
Why are you trying to make sense of the Knicks?
It's a fair point. I try to make sense of everything in sports because I think there's a rhyme and reason to everything.
Dolan had it. He finally got it right. He legitimately finally had it right.
Did you read the James Dolan theory? I think it was Ryan Russillo's. Have you heard about this?
No.
Mm-mm. So James Dolan owns the Sphere in Las Vegas.
He
the
sure
beautiful,
does.
The beautiful music venue. And they believe, and Ryan Russillo tells it in the way of, he believes that James Dolan had all of his time and energy and effort towards the Sphere, and then all of a sudden the Knicks got good again. And he's like, wait a minute, I remember my shiny toy. So he went back to the Knicks, and he's like, I need to put my handprints all over this. And here they are with Mike Brown as their new head coach, despite free agency being over 48 hours in.
I think that is actually a great theory and rationale.
It's a really good theory.
For why the Knicks were getting it right. The Knicks were developing a really good basketball team, and then they just completely messed it all up. Now, Mike Brown is a good basketball coach, but Tibbs, I don't think it was time for Tibbs to go. I think they should have just tried to ride it out for another year or two with Tibbs to see if he can get him over the hump, because that was a competitive, gutsy basketball team.
We didn't do it yesterday, but it is time now for Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust coming up in 2 minutes. 800-990-3776. Caller number 10. We'll go straight at number 10 here.
Who's reading the questions today?
You are.
I don't know. What you're in charge of finding questions.
I just want a smooth Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust.
Wait, you found somebody,
And if
right?
Kyle doesn't read the questions, then it's going to go smooth. If he reads the questions...
Why do you think I don't have a guest question reader?
I don't know if you do or don't.
Why do you keep saying I'm going to read them?
All right, 800-990-3776. Caller 10. I know you don't have a guest. I see you talking to Kyle, scheming something up right now because you don't have a plan. Caller 10, you will get 15 questions in 90 seconds. You're allowed to say skip or pass, and once you go through the questions, you will come back to the other side to answer those. One last week, 8-7. I think 5, 17, and 4.
4, 17, and 4.
Felt like 5. 800-990-3776. That's 800-990-3776. Are you smarter than Ben Brust on a Wednesday in 2 minutes?
Cheese doodles, Mr. Nougat Bar. Oh, here we go. 4-door hatchback.
Some things are fine to buy from a vending machine, but a car's not one of them. That national online company makes it seem convenient, but it won't be so convenient if you have a problem with the vehicle you buy. And if it's after 7 days, good luck. Adam member dealers also let you search online, plus test drive the vehicle before you buy it. And they're right here to handle any issues.
What? The car's stuck. No!
Start your search at adamm.com.
With 18 unforgettable holes on 250 acres of natural private land, the Bog provides the ultimate golf experience. To book your next tee time, call 262-284-7075 or visit golfthebog.com. Enjoy golf. Enjoy the Bog.
You're back at the gym. Your new gym outfit? On point. Your new sneakers? Baller. You've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with Access Checking. It's maintenance fee-free with no minimum balance requirements. So when you take your first yoga class in 10 months, your body might surprise you, but your checking account won't. You've got this with Access Checking from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
Call Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
True Chicago-style pizza is thin, crispy, and cut into squares. And thanks to Connie's Frozen Pizza, you can enjoy a true slice of the city. You'll enjoy it so much you won't even mind where it comes from. Connie's Frozen Pizzas are made from the same cornmeal crust Connie's has been serving for over 60 years. They're perfectly cheesy, perfectly saucy, and they're exactly what you crave. Get to know the true Chicago style with Connie's Frozen Pizza. Born in Chicago, loved by cheeseheads. Available in a freezer aisle near you.
I feel so stuck.
The Veterans Crisis Line is here for you. Dial 988, then press 1 to call.
Tune in to KBN every day at 2 o'clock. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
It is Kyle Brust and Nortman. Hour 2 right here on ESPN Wisconsin, live from the One Call That's All Gruber Law Offices studio here in the 3rd Street Market Hall. And it is time for Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? And the question we asked, the mystery that we had was, who will be the question asker for today's edition of Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Will it be I, Kyle Wallace?
Will it be?
Will it be him, Alex Stro?
Will it be?
Or do we have a mystery guest cooked up, Alex? Who's going to be reading the questions today?
Well, I wanted Ben to believe it was you, which he bid on. And then he was trying to change course thinking it was me. He even asked me in the commercial break if he even had to leave, which I said yes.
Yeah, get up out of here.
Joining us now from our heavily popular morning show.
Oh, wow.
Not Gabe Neitzel.
Okay.
Not Mark Chamorro. I don't know if we should trust him anyway with reading questions. Jen Latta joins us now. Jen Latta, our guest.
What a treat. What a
we welcome
treat.
in Jen. Hi, Jen Latta. How are you?
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon. Happy to hear from you.
And our contestant today, Kyle, is Scott in Milwaukee. But before we get to that and all of the rules, let's spin it.
For those of you who say Ben Brust is an idiot, here's your chance to be proven right. It's time to play Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust?
Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust, which is presented by our friends at Lakeland University. Ben's record on the calendar year is atrocious. 4 wins, 17 losses, 4 ties. I mean, that's as bad as it gets. As I mentioned, Scott in Milwaukee, our contestant today, Jen Latta from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, weekday mornings from 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN, our guest reader. Scott in Milwaukee, how confident are we feeling today?
Well, I was feeling good, but now I feel pressure that he's only won 4 times, so I better keep the streak going to beating him.
No pressure, no pressure. Do your best. That's all we ask.
And Jen's going to hook you up, too. She's not going to let Ben win. I'm not saying there's any collusion, Jen, but I know you're going to do whatever you can to make sure Ben loses. Right, Jen?
Actually, I'm pretty confident I don't have to do anything to help Ben lose. So we're just going to read the questions pretty straightforward here, gang.
That's very true. That's all we need to do. Scott, just to give you a heads up, 15 seconds. You'll have 90 seconds to answer as many as you can. If you don't know the answer, you can say skip or pass. We will come back to it if time allows. Any questions, Scott, before we get going?
Nope, I'm good to go.
All right, Jen, all you.
All right, Scott, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. What U.S. state is home to Crater Lake, the deepest lake in the country?
Oregon.
What does a paleontologist study?
Dinosaurs.
Which U.S. president appears on the $50 bill?
Oh, Jackson.
Who invented the light bulb?
Benjamin Franklin. Oh, no, Thomas Edison.
What branch of mathematics deals with shape and space?
Geometry.
Which U.S. state has a panhandle that touches 4 other states?
Florida.
What famous horse won the Triple Crown in 1973?
Secretariat.
What painful condition is caused by hard mineral deposits in the kidneys?
Pass.
Paul Allen and who founded Microsoft?
Bill Gates.
What 2 colors make purple?
Yellow and blue.
What kind of triangle has 2 equal sides?
Isosceles.
In what city would you find the Alamo?
Count to begin it.
Oh, San Antonio.
Not bad from Scott in Milwaukee. That is a 7 spot. Kyle, you seem to think that last one shouldn't count?
I don't think he got it off. I think the buzzer went off and she hadn't started reading the question yet.
I got to go retrieve Ben. I will let you and Jen discuss.
Yeah, Jen, what do you think? Did you think you read the question?
I was in the middle of the question when I heard the buzzer go off. Had a slight pause because I know your rule is counts if he gets it. I think I was in the question
Okay, well, if you think you're in the question, then that, you know what? That's all good, because we'll let KBN Nation go back and forth with you to decide that. So that we'll roll with that one. Good job today. So how you feel? You feel confident now? Oh, wait a minute. Let me stop talking. What are you looking for, Ben?
I usually pop in here and look for somebody on video, but I see a Jen on line one. I'm pretty good at context clues sometimes.
There it is. Why are you always looking? Why don't you just let it come to you? Always snooping around here.
I'm trying to get my bearings, man. Leave me alone.
Jen, cook them today. Cook them.
I don't think I have a choice in the matter. I'm pretty sure that Ben is pretty good at sabotaging himself, isn't he?
Cook yourself, Ben, is what you should have said.
Pretty true.
Yep. Completely accurate. Ben, you
How
know
are
how
you
the game's
feeling,
played.
Ben? You feeling good?
I'm always feeling good. Now the results, we'll see if it follows.
We've played 25 of these so far in 2025. You have won 4.
I swear it's 5.
It's 4, 17, and 4.
You suck.
All right, great. All right, let's.
All right, you know how the game is played. 15 questions. Say skip or pass. You have 90 seconds to do it. You've done this a few times. I think you know how it goes. You feel good?
Everyone keeps asking me if I feel good. Yes, I feel good.
I know. I can tell it's irritating you. That's why I did it again. You're good, though?
Yes, I'm great.
All right,
good.
Jen, all you.
Ben, let's do this in 3, 2, 1. What U.S. state is home to Crater Lake, the deepest lake in the country?
Oh, man.
Hot start.
Minnesota.
What does a paleontologist study?
Bones.
Which U.S. president appears on the $50 bill?
Oh, man. Grant.
Who invented the light bulb?
Thomas Edison.
What branch of mathematics deals with shapes and space?
Geometry.
Which U.S. state has a panhandle that touches 4 other states?
Florida.
What famous horse won the Triple Crown in 1973?
Seabiscuit.
What painful condition is caused by hard mineral deposits in the kidneys?
Kidney stones.
Paul Allen and who founded Microsoft?
Bill Gates.
What 2 colors make purple?
Purple. Blue and red.
What kind of triangle has 2 equal sides?
Isosceles.
In what city would you find the Alamo?
The Alamo, Texas?
What color is the G in the Google logo?
Whoa, stop,
I have no Google. The color's the G. The G is green.
Didn't matter.
All I do is
You cook, man.
Let's go.
You cook.
Jen, the lucky charm.
Hold on. We could have a controversy, but I don't think it's a controversy.
What is that?
Question 2, what does a paleontologist study? You said bones. The answer's fossils. I gave it to you.
Yeah, I mean, dinosaur bones, same thing.
Texas, huh?
Yeah, Texas
Oklahoma?
is a city last time I checked.
The Alamo
Is found
Bowl.
in what city?
In what city?
Jen's probably covered many games
Once again,
there.
Texas, not a city.
Houston?
Still wrong.
You don't know. That's okay.
That's a city at least.
Is it in Texas?
I actually haven't because San Antonio, not a college football spot we go to very frequently.
I thought maybe the bowl games or the college football playoff.
I don't.
I also had one thing I wanted to run by you guys. So what color is the G in the Google logo? There's actually 2 G's in the word Google. I didn't know if you wanted me to say the capital G. I don't know if the G's are the same color. It didn't matter because he didn't get it, right? But I didn't know if there was a controversy.
I
there.
always
Good
thought
point
the
by
G was
you.
multiple colors.
Bad written question by me.
Bad written. When I look at the logo, like it shows up as like every color.
I thought it was multiple colors.
So I'm right.
I was confused.
I am looking at the
Good
Google
news.
logo.
Both G's are-
the Google
both G's are
logo
blue.
has green in it.
Both G's are blue. Where do you see
mean?
this at?
Look up the Google
the G's
logo.
are blue.
Just the G.
Yeah, but in the full Google logo.
Yeah, but you didn't say that.
Oh my God. Listen, in my phone, that Google logo, the G is.
It's got green.
It's a logo. You didn't say it. You didn't say it.
All right, bad by me. Throw it out.
Thank you,
Still
Jen.
won.
Thank you for having some integrity when you join any of our shows across ESPN Wisconsin.
All right, Seabiscuit, you got this.
You might have won, but you still gave us some stupid
Seabiscuit, wrong. Secretariat, the answer.
Same thing. Same thing, right?
Nah,
Crater Lake, Oregon.
I've never heard of Crater Lake before.
Me either.
President on the 50 was Grant. You got that right.
You
Light bulb
did
was
good.
Thomas Edison.
I was so proud of you.
Ulysses.
Math was shapes and space. You got you got 4 of the first 5 right.
Yeah,
Geometry.
he was cooking.
The Panhandle. You both said Florida. It's Oklahoma.
I thought it was Oklahoma.
Yep. Secretariat, the horse. Kidney stones. You got that one right. I had one of those on Monday.
You did not have one of those.
I did have one of those on Monday.
Hey, imaginary world you live in.
Paul Allen and who is Bill Gates?
Yeah, he cooked
for Microsoft. Purple is blue and red. You got that one right.
Yeah.
Triangle with 2 equal sides. Isosceles.
Yeah.
Right. That was the last one you got right. City, you find the Alamo, San Antonio, and G in Google.
How many he get?
You got 8.
9 with Google because there's a controversy there.
And then what was the guy got how many? 7?
Scott got 7.
Okay.
So he is responsible for Ben's fifth win of the year.
2-game win streak.
You have less wins than months we've had in the year.
Oh, I'm on my way to having 7 at this rate.
Good job, because you know what? I mean,
good job. I hate when he does that.
You won by 1.
And I've had 2 8 spots. That's at least, somewhat of
a little over 50%.
Yeah. Well, we didn't get all the questions, so you don't have to judge it by that.
Okay, all right now.
Even higher grade.
Look at you. I'm proud of you.
Are we doing Hear Brad Out?
Yes. However, I need to locate the audio file.
Of course you do.
He didn't record it with me because he didn't want me to hear it.
Oh, so this is Brad Nortman's day 3 of giving Summerfest. Week 3, Hear Brad Out 3 of Summerfest ideas to make it even greater than it is. The world's largest music festival. Hopefully in this one he has a recap of all the other ones as well, because some have been good, some have been bad. And anytime you hear Brad out, you usually have opinions. So get ready to go on the Carbless Talk and text line 800-990-3776. Hear Brad out. And it's normal time on a Wednesday without Brad. Next.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman.
When I'm, again, doing the Pack Arena, and as a shareholder, when I'm sizing up my ring,
right now.
1 pack, 2 pack, 3 pack arena.
Hey. On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Southbound 41 backing up from before Good Hope Road all the way down to Capitol Drive. Northbound's going to be backed up too from Watertown Plank Road all the way up to Hampton. Southbound on 43 heavy from Good Hope down to about Silver Spring, and then a little bit more through the Marquette interchange on the northbound side, slowing just before the Fond du Lac Avenue area all the way up past North Avenue. Traffic is brought to you by Fisco Auto Body. Call Fisco Auto Body to help with all body repair needs. Fisco. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, isolated showers or storms, partly cloudy with a low of 67. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, warm. A slight chance for a thunderstorm with a high of 83 at the lakefront, 88 inland. Weather is brought to you by National Liquor Mart at 16th and National in Milwaukee, packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
You really want a summer of entertainment?
My job to win a World Series is my job to provide a summer of entertainment.
Be careful what you wish for.
Struck him out looking. Ball game over. It's a grand slam. Dives. He caught it. Struck him out looking. Oh, my goodness. Christian Yelich. Zizorowski. Sal Freeling. Trevor McGill.
Everything Brew Crew lives right here. 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Kyle Brust and Nortman's Brad Nortman here. It's the Tsunami Express Car Wash 4th of July Sales Spectacular. Get 50% off any car wash now through July 6th. That's a long-lasting clean starting at just $5. And with free vacuums, mat cleaners, and detailing tools, we make it easy to reset your ride inside and out. No stress, no mess. Just a fresh, satisfying clean that fits right into your summer plans. Again, that's 50% off any car wash only through July 6th at Tsunami Express. Find your nearest location at tsunamiexpress.com.
There's only one store that gives you every possible choice in diamonds.
Welcome to Kessler's.
Summertime is the time for all the big events. Weddings, milestone birthdays, even corporate events. Elevate every event with Noble Catering, a premier craft caterer in southeastern Wisconsin, preferred by over 30 venues. Noble Catering is also the exclusive caterer of Villa Terrace, an east side event treasure. And coming in 2026, Noble's new headquarters, a 400-person event venue in the heart of Bayview called Brixton's Turn. Book them for your event at noblecateringco.com.
Is that knee, hip, or shoulder pain not getting any better? Maybe you're stuck in a cycle of steroid shots and now talking about surgery. Well, before you head down that road, you need to check out my friends at QC Kinetics. Hey, it's Brad Nortman, and I've got to tell you about how QC Kinetics is revolutionizing medicine with their regenerative and cellular treatments. Using their advanced cellular therapy, QC Kinetics is helping your body heal itself. And don't just take my word for it. The results from their patients is off the charts. 92% of patients report satisfaction with their results. In fact, most people that come in for their free consultation ask if they can just start right away. It doesn't cost a thing for that second opinion with QC Kinetics. You owe it to yourself to live a pain-free life, and you owe it to yourself to check out QC Kinetics. The results could be life-changing. Call QC Kinetics today at 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit fighting to save lives, protect our climate, and strengthen our economy through the shift to zero emissions. Visit us at earthjustice.org. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Alex Stro running the show. No Bradley Nortman. But just because there's no Bradley Nortman doesn't mean that we can't do what we always do Wednesdays at 3:15.
Hear Brad out.
800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and text line for you to chime in.
When he had HBO on a rundown, I didn't know what he was talking about. I was like, what the hell, HBO?
That's right, Greg. Benny is back. 2-0-1, the last three. And are you smarter than Ben Brust?
Congrats, I guess. I got to step my game up, man. Last summer, we went through a similar slope as well, where you just kept beating me. But I'll get my fastball back like I had to start the year.
You used to take it hard.
Yeah, he used to like lose sleep over the amount of times I was winning.
Well, I've told this story before, but Greg Scalzo, our market manager, our boss's boss, sat me down when I moved here, and he said, you got to get that segment right. And I did. Anyway, what did you just say?
I saw HBO on the rundown. I was like, what in the heck is HBO?
You've been doing the show for 2 years. This is one of the few segments that's been on the air for 2 years.
When you hear HBO, do you think of Hear Brad Out, or do you think of HBO?
I think of Hear Brad Out now.
I've never seen it spelled out that way. Usually on our rundown, it says
it's an
Hear Brad Out.
acronym for something we do every Wednesday
I was like,
at 3:15.
maybe we got a good story about HBO. Can't wait to hear it.
Well, maybe that's what Brad has, but I don't think that's what it is. Here we go.
They say punters are people too.
Punters are worthy of breaking news.
No, really, that's what they say.
Raising awareness everywhere that punters are people too.
Okay, let's go to it. Time to hear from the punter. Time to hear Brad out.
All right, guys.
It is week 3 of Hear Brad Out Summerfest edition. Let's recap really quickly. Week 1, back to 11 straight days and a karaoke stage. Week 2, Summerfest slumber party, and NFL Combine at the Gruber Law Offices Sports Zone. And now, time for the grand finale, if you will, with 2 more ideas to make Summerfest even better than it already is.
Drone show.
And it's already awesome. Here we go. Number 1. You add one more day at the end of Summerfest. Maybe it's the Sunday after the last one, and it's all surprise acts. Nobody knows who's showing up, whether it be the side stages or the main stage. It is all surprise acts. Imagine going to Summerfest and you don't know who's going to be there. You don't know if it's going to be a headliner, someone that you had no idea was going to be there, or you go there and guess what? Maybe there's a little bit of a disappointment, but here's the kicker. It's a 50% off ticket. That's right. The fun keeps going. They're rewarded. The fans that love going are rewarded with another day of fun. 50% off, and you don't know who's showing up. Surprise acts. Final day. And finally, the grand finale of them all. An AI hologram stage. That's right.
I thought I nailed drone show.
All the great acts of the past of Summerfest, you get to see hologram style putting on a show for you. For instance, R.I.P. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Man, I saw them at Summerfest like 10 years ago. What I would give to see Tom Petty again in concert. Go ahead and throw him on the hologram stage. It could even be like, bands that played back in the 70s, like the Rolling Stones, maybe even a little Bob Marley, whoever it is. It could be past their prime. They could be not with us anymore. There would be so many ways to make that stage unbelievable. Even think about this one. So one of my parents' first dates, shout out to Papa and Mama Nortman, one of their first dates was Marshall Tucker Band at Summerfest. Imagine going back all the way to the early 80s and taking that same exact concert and playing it. Rekindled love. Who wouldn't love that? So many great shows that I would love to relive and be able to see, because maybe the chance has come and gone. An AI hologram stage at Summerfest. Not creepy, amazing. So that is the grand finale of Hear Brad Out Summerfest edition. One more night, all surprise acts, 50% off tickets, and the AI hologram stage. To recap, Summerfest, Thank Me Later, 11 straight days, karaoke stage, Summerfest slumber party, NFL Combine Day, one night of surprise acts, and the AI hologram stage. We are making Summerfest the biggest musical festival in the world, even bigger, thanks to Hear Brad Out, and the first of many series for Hear Brad Out ideas.
Oh, a tease.
Oh,
he's going to do more
so.
series?
Well, this last one, I mean, the surprise, you're going to have to really bring it
if
for
you
a
have
surprise.
to give your idea for the first time and follow it with
50% off tickets?
No. Not creepy?
Yeah.
He said a hologram stage. Not creepy.
I mean, but
who's buying a ticket to go see people they don't know who's playing?
I would. That one, I love that idea. That's a terrific idea.
No, that's
I'm
really
all
weird.
in on the surprise acts.
No, but what if they suck?
First off, live music rarely, if ever, sucks.
I mean, if you don't know, I mean, okay, to each their own. If I don't know the artist, I'm kind of.
I think Brad has done a terrific job of appealing to me the last 3 weeks.
AI hologram stage. That one's so stupid.
No. That was the one that was interesting because I saw AI hologram, or not AI. I just saw a hologram Tupac perform a couple years ago.
Did they just play his old songs with a hologram of him on stage?
Hologram on stage rapping. It's interesting. I would need some beverages in me for me to be able to really get into it. But I think going back to the shows that they had before, that would be cool because I've seen some really good shows at Summerfest. Remember that Wiz Khalifa show? Well, you probably none of
800-990-3776. Overall reaction and feelings towards this Hear Brad Out series of helping make Summerfest even better. I do like the idea of adding an extra day on the last weekend.
For Sunday or Wednesday?
For Sunday. For those
Sunday.
true concert goers, you're rewarding the people who love Summerfest most. I would even say buy one, get one. I think that sounds better.
But you love
than 50% off.
It's the same. Well,
I know. I just think it sounds better.
It does. I agree.
Like, hey, you buy one, you're getting one free. 50% off for everyone? I don't know. I just, from a marketing standpoint, buy one, get one.
I love the surprise act idea. I actually think that's brilliant. I think they should do that on one stage like once every fest. Just go, hey, this stage we're going to not announce. We're going to tell you the genre, but we're not going to tell you.
They need to bring it.
But could you imagine
stage.
showing
No,
up and you hate the band and you've been waiting to see the band come out and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, man.
Yeah, but that's the beauty of Summerfest. You can walk away. Like, I've seen several bands who I was excited to see at Summerfest, and then I was super disappointed with how their vocalist sounded. So I walk away. I go to a different stage.
Did you hear this? Yeah. I was super disappointed on the vocalist.
Did you go all 11 days this year?
No,
9 days.
It's 9 days. I'm going to make it to 8 of 9. I'm going to go all 3 days again this weekend, I think.
Did you pay for any or did you steal more tickets?
Petey
steal
Pablo
any
says, DJ Chat GPT. Just a bunch of Chat GPT songs that Strof's made on our program at Summerfest.
Oh, yeah. So if you haven't made your song in a while.
I don't like AI art.
Yeah, I was gonna call you out for this because last Friday, obviously, you took off.
You're off, yeah.
This Friday,
Brad
we're
was
off.
Yeah.
We haven't heard the Stro Green Bay Packers offseason parody song.
From last week?
Last
didn't have
week,
one last
this week.
Well, this week's will be played tomorrow for Kyle.
Oh, you should save it.
For when?
For when they're back.
For Monday?
It's just me.
Yeah,
no,
it's
play
been for us.
Do it for
So,
next Friday.
I didn't tell you guys what happened last week. I started making a song and I jumped ship. I do have a version of it if you want to hear it.
Wait.
Of course I want to hear it.
It's really bad. It's so unbelievably bad. I don't even want to play it for you. Give me a second.
We'll give you a second because I'm going to tell everybody about Road America because that's America's National Park of Speed where we're going to be there July 30th. Can't wait.
Vroom, vroom.
It is a beautiful facility with something to do for every age. You can ride a golf cart around. Bring your mopeds. I love watching people drive around the track to get different views. You have great food, clean bathrooms, something for everyone. Kids 16 and under are free with a paying adult at the gate. So if you're looking for that affordable family fun, look no further than Road America. You're going to have Vintage Weekend on July 17th through the 20th. Come for the experience, stay for the race. Go to roadamerica.com to get your tickets. That's roadamerica.com. I cannot wait for what is next on Kyle Brust and Nortman. It is an Alex Stroh horrible Green Bay Packers offseason parody song that he was probably too hungover to actually put words together for next.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
I'm a seam head now. You can call me whatever you want.
Seam head? I don't even know what that is.
That means I'm a baseball dork. All I do is sit and watch MLB Big Inning at night.
Head.
I've never heard that before.
This is because you're not a seam head.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Northbound on 41, we got backups from Watertown Plank Road almost to Hampton. The southbound side slows from Good Hope Road all the way down past Capitol Drive. Northbound 43, a little heavy from Fond du Lac Avenue up towards Keefe, and then back on the brakes from Capitol Drive up towards Silver Spring. The southbound side's heavy from Good Hope Road all the way down past Silver Spring. Traffic is brought to you by Third Ward Beer Garden. Experience Milwaukee's favorite beer garden this summer. Open Wednesday through Sunday with live music Thursday through Saturday. Good times and great vibes await at Third Ward Beer Garden. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, isolated showers or storms, partly cloudy with a low of 67. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, warm, slight chance for a thunderstorm with a high of 83 at the lake, 88 inland. Weather is brought to you by Big Frog, custom t-shirts and more. Easy and affordable apparel personalization with no minimums and fast turnaround for all your printing needs. BigFrog.com/Mequon. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lozga on 94.5 ESPN.
Kyle Brust and Nortman's Ben Brust here for Grimal and Associates Insurance. They do what anyone with a growing family, like myself, does. Protect what matters most. Grimal and Associates specializes in coverage that's tailored exactly to you. Clients aren't just policies. They're part of their community. Personalized American family insurance back service, expert guidance, and genuine commitment. Grimal and Associates focuses on building trusted relationships and providing peace of mind. The same values they've had for over 30 years in the Milwaukee area. Connect with Grimal and Associates at teamgrimal.com.
The open road is calling, and the ride begins at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. This July, you could burn rubber on a custom Harley-Davidson in the Fire Up Your Fantasy motorcycle giveaway. Play with your rewards card all July for entries. Thursday drawings for extra cash and reward play. Fire Up Your Fantasy, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Chris Canty.
If the Lakers are insistent that they're not moving off of Austin Reeves and that he's going to be the co-star for Luka Doncic long term, then I don't know that this Lakers team around LeBron and Luka can get good enough to challenge the other powers in the Western Conference. I just don't see a world in which that exists. The Lakers have too many team needs, right? They've got to address the center position in a major way, and they're going to have to figure out how they're going to get more on-ball defenders. Their perimeter defense right now is trash bags. I struggle to see a world in which the Lakers can get good enough around LeBron and Luka to contend for a championship. I don't see how that happens, and I don't know how they get remotely close if they wouldn't be willing to include Austin Reeves in some type of package to bring over another all-star caliber player.
Hey, Joe Fortenbaugh here. Whether you're locking in your home run picks or riding with your favorite golfers this summer, ESPN Bet is your sportsbook for all the action. Go from checking stats on your favorite teams and players to placing bets in just a few taps. Plus, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with the promo code JOEQ to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Hey, Green Gobbler here. So you've got a clogged drain in your bathroom. Water in the sinks overstaying its welcome. You're spitting today's toothpaste on top of yesterday's toothpaste. You hope that it go away. Yeah, clogs don't just go away. I make them go away. I'm Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. I'm bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and I work. Guaranteed or your money back. Because I never met a clog that was going to unclog itself. Green Gobbler. Let the gobbler get it.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid.
On the Carbless Talk and Text line, 800-990-3776. The AI performances are probably a little far-fetched, but the rest of the suggestions are spot on. Love them. Nice list, Brad. Rudy from Sheboygan. P.S. In Ben, we brust. My guy Rudy. Now,
that was nice.
Stro has been putting together Packers off-season parody songs, and they've been good. Like, I've been impressed by his creative abilities. Putting together the topic of the week into a song that entertains all of you and me and Kyle and Brad and everyone alike. Make sure you go to YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. Be our 10,000th subscriber as well. That'd be fun. ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, ESPN Madison, subscribe as well. Stro, talk to me a little bit. I don't like your face.
So as I mentioned last
reasons.
segment, so last week I was off on Friday, so I didn't even have a Friday to generate ideas. So I tried to record this Thursday prior to Made 'Em Believe, which was an awesome event at the Orpheum in Madison. I didn't have ample time, and I just didn't have ample inspiration. So I ended up jumping ship. I essentially half made a song. It's not very good. I've told you this, but you're insistent on playing it.
We have to hear it.
I want to hear the trash.
It's really bad, but I promise to make it up to KBN Nation either tomorrow or Monday, it sounds. Monday?
Or, we're all back.
Okay, I'll make it up to you Monday. It's bad. That's about all I can say.
All right. It's Bad from Alex Strofe. Is that the title of the song? Who's bad? Strofe's bad.
Ooh, MJ. Okay, now.
Ready?
Are you?
No.
Here we go.
The best thought love was only true in Titletown. Meant for someone else, but not for clowns. Love is out to get them. That's the way it seems. Caleb Williams disappoints their dreams. When I saw love's face, I'm a believer. Not a trace of doubt in my mind. I love love. I'm a believer. I couldn't be a bear if I tried.
Listen, you got to have a throwaway song.
What was so like humiliatingly bad about that?
The lyrics were pretty.
The lyrics were trash.
Yeah,
there was no theme.
Yeah, it was
and I can tell in your voice you're just not there.
I wasn't bought in.
Yeah.
Smash Mouth's hard to cover. It was all bad. I don't know. It was fine, I guess, but
Carter wants to know because he doesn't want to be that guy. Is it ChatGPT making these hits, or is Strofe coming from the heart?
He's cooking.
100% me.
He's cooking.
I don't use any assistance. Sometimes I bounce lyrics off other people, but I've never used a robot for this.
He does some brainstorming, but usually it's brainstorming to get his mind to hit the right thing.
Well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to give you a chance to play your favorite right now as we are teasing Monday, your next real hit coming to the market.
That wasn't bad, though. It wasn't great. Like, listen, if you make a whole album,
not every song's going to be a banger.
Yeah, there's a song that people are going to skip by, right? That can be like a fake interlude. It didn't have any direction. I didn't know where you were going with it. You didn't have enough bashing to Caleb Williams. I mean, you were under pressure. You were in Madison, and you really were thinking about Made 'Em Believe, and you made a trash song. But that's okay. You can't be perfect. No response. I mean, I'm trying to encourage you. Be positive. He ain't got nothing to say.
He's too busy trying to pull up his best hit because he wants to feel good about himself.
I don't think the OG is the best one.
All right. Well,
I think the OG is the best one.
No, the best one.
I don't
is the
think
one
Bye Bye is the best one.
What do you think? I want to hear what you
think
believe.
It's between We Didn't Start the Fire, which was the original one, or Jair's Dad, like Stacy's mom.
Nah, it's the OG.
Well, surprise us, Stro. What do you think the
OG.
best one is?
You can do what I said. This is so good.
The Green Bay Packers offered a contract comparable with what the Ravens contract offered. Would he still be a Packer today?
Yes.
This is good.
Jair's dad says what's going on. 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 Jair, can I come over to Baltimore? Baltimore. We can hang around and play catch with Lamar.
Play catch with Lamar.
Did Goody give you a contract you want?
Contract you want.
December 28th at Lambeau, you can taunt.
At Lambeau, you taunt.
I know we're not the defense that we used to be. Since Joe Barry walked out, it's all about Halfley. Jair's dad says what's going on. You're moving out and we waited for so long. Jair, can't you see you're just not the bag for me? I know it might be bad, but I'm a fan of Jair's dad. Jair's dad says what's going on. Jair's dad says what's going on.
Come on. Hey, that's a hit. That is a hit.
Come on. We didn't start the fire.
That is
Give
a
me
hit.
it.
That
Mark
was
Murphy, goodbye.
That was fire, boy. You cooked. You cooked with that one.
You can do it.
We got part-time. That was a cook. It was fire, wasn't it?
This is the best one by far.
Aaron Rodgers, Jordy Nelson, Brett Favre, Don Hudson, Edgar Bennett, Bart Starr, go Pack, go.
Yeah.
Jordan Love, Matthew Golden, touchdown on the Lions, Lambeau leaps, Cheeseheads, 100 days to go.
Woo! Come on, this cooks.
That's solid. Alexander Jair, will he even be
Nope.
here?
No, he
April
will not.
hosted the draft. September brings touchdown craft. Matt LaFleur, Halfley, how great can it be? New press policy, Mark Murphy, goodbye. We didn't start the fire. Green and gold are blazing, all the fans are praising. We didn't start the fire. From the draft to glory, it's the same old story.
Very good. Very, very good. You know what I just discovered?
What's that, Kyle?
The Green Bay Packers are such a weird organization. I thought
Well, that's your takeaway?
because I see
How is my music your takeaway?
Mark Murphy goodbye, and I assume just like any other, organization, right, or any business, usually, your fiscal year either ends June 30th or the fiscal year ends December 31st and the new year starts January 1st or July 1st. Do you know that Mark Murphy is actually the president until he's 70? So it's once. So you mean to tell me he turned 70 in the middle of football season? He would be immediately kicked out in the middle of football season?
I would imagine there's probably a route around that.
Yeah, maybe a grace period.
July 13th. His birthday's July 13th.
So
and that's
what's that
right
before training camp, and then they're officially handing it off at the owners' meeting, which I assume you're attending, right?
Yeah, I'll be up there. Yeah.
Is that I don't think it's on the first day of training camp this year.
First or
I
second?
think it's different. I think it's a different
Oh,
day this year.
Ed Policy's birthday is October 6th.
Uh-oh, we're going to have
So if he is the
mid-season
president
change.
for 13 years, I think he's 57.
Well,
I don't know what they would do.
My point would be probably you would see through to the Super Bowl and then transition in the offseason.
You can't.
You literally can't?
You literally can't. It's in their bylaws
Then
that you have to be done at age 70.
Then he's got to hand it over before
At
the
age
season.
69.
Yeah, right before, right when they did it, minicamp again. End of minicamps, before training camp, you hand it over. That was Kyle's takeaway. It was still being fascinating to me.
I thought he was done. Mark Murphy, goodbye. I said, Ed Policy's the new president now, but I guess not. Not until July 13th.
We've talked a lot about the Milwaukee Bucks and what they've done. We can also talk about what the Green Bay Packers didn't do, and I want to hear from Jeremy Fowler on the other side, because this was something about the Packers in free agency and what they were looking to potentially do. Before we get to that, there's somebody that never needs to retire because they can do whenever they want because they're the best, but I would never want to see them go. Because she's just amazing at what she does. It's Gina Della from Pella.
KB, la la la.
Gina, Joe, the team came into my house, and they made windows so much fun. Like bringing their equipment, showing me when I had my window, how much heat was getting in versus their window, how much heat was going to stay in or cool air. I'm in that right now. Guess what bill hits right around the 31st, the 1st, the 2nd? It's my energy bill. And it literally has shot down so much. I couldn't be happier with the investment I made, getting my entire first floor with the financing offers that Gina Dell and their entire team offer you. The Pella Experience Center also, like I made that my playground. It was awesome. You can feel, see, open, close, compare. You can do it all at the showroom. 7 different Pella lines side by side right there. Stop by because if you order before July 31st, you can get 0% interest for up to 5 years. 0% up to 5 years by July 31st. I'm telling you, it's worth the consultation to see. If you're in the middle of summer and you want to get the energy bill down, you want to upgrade your home, it's a no-brainer with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. I did it. You did it. Tausch did it. We all are smart and need to do it. Gina Dell from Pella is the absolute best. PellaWI.com. Get that consultation. Jeremy Fowler on moves the Packers potentially were looking to make in the offseason. I was a little shocked by this.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
Yeah, let them do it. I ain't doing it.
You're not going to hurt our feelings.
No, come on.
Just mine.
Homer, come on.
Yo, fuck. I should be doing this time. I should be 2-6. That good enough for you? You need any more? Nobody's as good as me.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. All day, every day. The Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit defending the environment and people's health. Until justice stands for all, our lawyers will never rest. More at earthjustice.org/neverrest. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
You love her twice as much today as the day you married her, right?
Welcome to Kessler's.
Hey, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. Build a customized renter's policy with American Family Insurance so you can protect your tandem bike on the go. Thief! Oh, he is struggling with that two-seater. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Some exclusions may apply. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Some things are fine to buy from a vending machine, but despite what a certain national online company tells you, a car's not one of them.
Let's see. Cheese Doodles, Mr. Nougat Bar. Oh, here we go. Green 4-door hatchback. Honey, we're gonna need some more quarters.
Sure, they make it seem convenient, but it won't be so convenient if you have a problem with the vehicle you buy. And if it's after 7 days, good luck. Adam member dealers also let you search online. And unlike those national companies, you get to see the vehicle in person and test drive it before you buy it. You also have the assurance that the vehicle's been thoroughly tested, and if any issue does come up, your local Adam member dealer is right here to service it, and can also provide low financing and top dollar for your trade. Think about that before you take a chance with their so-called vending machine.
What? It's stuck. No! Oh, rats.
Start your search at ADAMM.com.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Brust talking about our friends at Road America, America's National Park of Speed. Get out of your house this summer and go to Road America, located conveniently between Green Bay and Milwaukee and Elkhart Lake. Come see a race at the legendary 4-mile, 14-turn road circuit that has hosted some of the best races since 1955. WeatherTech Vintage Weekend is up next July 17th through the 20th. Camp on site all weekend and enjoy free admission for kids 16 and under with a paying adult at the gate. Come for the experience and stay for the race. Get your tickets at roadamerica.com.
It's party time at Cousins Subs. For a limited time only, Cousins 2-foot party subs are back. Choose from the club, ham and provolone, Italian special, or turkey. Each party sub is just $39.99. Feeds 5 to 8 people and requires 24-hour notice to order. And now you can complete your party by adding a party chip bag and a dozen chocolate chip cookies for just $4.99. Order today in store, online, or on the app. Cousins Subs. We believe in better.
1, 2, 3 into the 4. Avondale Roofing is knocking on your door. Leaking roof? Man, that's a shame. Call the real pros. We running this game. We patch it, thatch it, no need to stress. Our crew shows up and cleans up the mess. No drips, no drafts, no drama at all. Just tight new shingles that are leak-proof hall. Hey.
It's nothing but Avondale, baby. They keep it dry when the weather gets crazy. Hey.
Visit AvondaleRoofing.com. That is AvondaleRoofing.com.
Station updates, show clips, and your place to interact with us every single day just by scrolling through your feed. Follow along on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at ESPN Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
It started with a whisper, and that was when I kissed her, and then she met my lips. I could hear the chick shake.
This morning on Get Up on ESPN, Jeremy Fowler, NFL insider reporter, shared some insight on the TJ Watt situation. Yes, and I mentioned TJ Watt. Don't get overly excited. But there is a little Packers information in here on Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. See us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. And always chime in on the Carbless Talk and Text line 800-990-3776. Trophy, here's Jeremy Fowler on Get Up.
Yeah, I'm going to make TJ Watt happy, the player. Hey, come home to Wisconsin, baby. Come play for the home area Packers. The Green Bay Packers are actually low-key looking at the pass rush market around free agency, potential trades, potential signings. They have some new cap space after they moved on from Jair Alexander, the star cornerback. Why not use that money to make TJ Watt the highest-paid edge rusher?
Listen, Jeremy Fowler, this is what I don't need you doing.
Jeremy.
I say Jeremy all the time. Jeremy. Listen, what I don't need you doing is getting us all excited in Green Bay like this false thing is ever going to happen. The Packers aren't going to get TJ Watt. We know that. We understand that. Don't even put that into the atmosphere to get our excitement all the way up. But the little thing, the little nugget that he dropped inside of there, I don't know if you caught this. Did you catch this, Stro, for Ben? He said the Packers are low-key.
Low-key.
Now, listen, the term low-key, Jeremy must be a millennial because that is a term that us millennials like to use is low-key. And low-key means the Green Bay Packers are they're trying to figure out whether or not they like what they have on this roster.
They should have been high-key.
They're actually low-key looking at the pass rush.
They should have been high-key looking at the pass rusher.
I agree they should.
Forget the low-key, high-key.
It should be high-key, but the fact that they're low-key evaluating that means the Green Bay Packers probably in Goody isn't satisfied with the defensive line room, which means there may be some additions that they may make. Now, I know when they got rid of Jair Alexander, I think the next roster move after that was signing a defensive lineman, and so I really hope the Green Bay Packers are low-key trying to find a defensive lineman and add depth to the defensive line that we know was not good enough last year. Breaking news.
No, that's not the breaking news sounder. That is the KBN sports desk that we've had forever now.
Okay, he now has said both. He doesn't know the acronym HBO for Hear Brad Out, and second, still doesn't know the sounder we've been using for over a year. I don't understand how your brain works. Had nothing to do with why I chimed in. Just confirming, Jeremy Fowler, indeed a millennial. He is 40 years old.
Yeah, he said low key. That's how I knew he was a millennial.
I'm Gen Z, and I said low key.
Okay, y'all following behind us. I knew he wasn't no Gen Z or with the age that he is. But no, anybody who's a Packers fan, it shouldn't be the TJ Watt because TJ Watt's not happening. Listen, that's in fantasy land. But the fact that the Green Bay Packers are maybe
you spend an entire offseason living in a fantasy land of wanting Trey Hendrickson.
I want Trey Hendrickson.
And thinking it was a real possibility.
It should have been a possibility, but it's just the facts of life with the Green Bay Packers aren't going to be making that type of move. And so what I'm saying is Jeremy Fowler, it's one thing Kyle Wallace saying it, it's another thing with Jeremy Fowler saying it. Don't say that nonsense because it's not true. But other than that, though, the fact that the Packers are low-key looking at some talent on the defensive line, I think there's some guys out there that
was in free agency like a while back. I think he's referencing about low-key looking at the defensive line.
Well, I mean, Jadeveon Clowney is somebody that's still available, and then if we get closer to the season, he's still a free agent, and the Packers still don't feel great about what they had defensive line. I'd take a flyer on him for one season. I mean, he's not a bad player. He was as productive or probably more productive than what you saw out of Rashawn Gary last year.
No, it's just I know the question always goes back to Alquin, especially after the Bucs yesterday, whether you think the move for Miles Turner was big enough. they made a major move by waiving Damian Lillard to try and get Miles Turner, which they did. Like that was a big move.
Miles Turner's been an all-star.
I'm just saying
that's a big move.
Holistically speaking, it is a big move for all they had to do to get one player. Now, holistically speaking for the Packers, I don't think their roster is in a spot where this year. Now, if you were able to get TJ Watt for a long-term deal, I'm not going to say no to that ever. I just again, until the Packers make a move like this, it's been since what? That we always go back to
the Packers don't do trades.
2010, maybe like a big signing, even like
signings,
Peppers,
Julius Peppers,
that was
in 2013, 2014, whenever that was. Obviously, Charles Woodson, Reggie White, but like from a trade perspective,
but all that is over such a long period of time that I'm with Kyle. Of like, it's fun to hear, but it's almost. In a way, maybe I just did a disservice of having you play that because it's useless to hear in a way.
It is useless to hear, but something that you said is that you don't believe the Green Bay Packers are in a position where they should be even making this move. And that means that you don't think the Green Bay Packers roster is good enough to even be able to get TJ Watt and have that elevate them.
No, it would elevate. But it would elevate them. I don't think it would elevate them to a Super Bowl.
You get TJ Watt because you believe that could put your team over the top to win a Super Bowl, which I believe that this Green Bay Packers team, based off how good the offense has been and what I think they will continue to.
You think TJ Watt could?
Yes, TJ Watt is
at plus 2,000 to win a Super Bowl right now.
I think TJ Watt immediately makes the Green Bay Packers a top 2 team in the NFC. Immediately.
I agree.
He's really impactful.
No, he's strong.
And hopefully the idea would be outside of his production, you can get some production out of the others that you've been waiting for because they're not good enough to do the production on themselves. Because we've been seeing it the last 3 years.
Do you
exactly
think
what I was about to say?
Do you think the other guys on that defense, and Cameron Hayward with the Steelers defense is really good, but they have other Russians like Highsmith and even kid that used to play for the Packers,
Nick Herbig.
Nick Herbig played for the Badgers.
They're all Benton on the inside.
They're all better because of the attention that TJ Watt commands. So that means the Green Bay Packers.
And that's what they're missing is we're relying on a defensive line to do something in a drastic way in which we don't know if the pieces they have the one person that can drastically help the rest of the defensive line.
What do you mean we don't know?
I'm trying to be positive
It is a
today.
fact of the matter that we do know that they don't have it. If they had it, Rashawn Gary would be that guy.
Stop yelling at me.
Well, I mean, you said something. You said we don't know, bro. We've seen enough. You're buying into the you need 7 years to figure out whether or not
I'm not buying into it.
Kenny Clark's gonna have a bounce back year.
You know how I feel about the defensive line. I don't think it's talked about enough how they're running it back with the defensive line after losing an All-Pro. I know he wasn't going to be on the team anymore, but now you have. An okay to good cornerback room, and those two have to work together. Like the pressure you get up front is going to help your back end of the defense. Safeties can only do so much.
Yeah.
And they thrive when there's enough pressure because then they could move forward, stack the box, do some different things. And so it's going to be really interesting how Jeff Hafley is creative with this team because he didn't get a lot more to work with on the defensive side of the football.
Well, he got one corner and some rookies.
I know.
That's all he got. And that's not enough.
But they were a top 10, top 5 defense last year. It's a different schedule. I just don't know if the consistency has been there enough for me to believe in the defensive line. So it's worth hearing that low-key they were in the market looking at defensive linemen.
I hope they still are low-key looking.
No, I hope they're high-key.
High-key, sure. But I just hope when it comes to the season, gets closer
is high-key like a thing, or am I?
No, we used to say high-key.
Instead of low-key?
You said low-key. No, high-key, bro. High-key.
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 They need to be doing that.
Yeah, no. And so I really hope the Green Bay Packers are still going to be evaluating that defensive line and for potentially getting actually good established talent and bringing them in as we get closer to the season. Now, if in the preseason we feel like one of those guys pop, one of those rookies pop, then great. But as of right now, I still have some question marks on that D-line.
Miles Turner is a Milwaukee Buck. Damian Lillard, reports are he was blindsided and didn't know he was being waived. I got 113 reasons why he shouldn't be complaining at all. He gets to choose his next destination.
Real quick, can I just say something?
Yeah.
I know we're sending us off on ESPN Madison and ESPN Beaver Dam. Corey Sparks shaved the mustache from the damn sports show. Thank you.
All right, there's that. We're Kyle Brust and Nortman with no Nortman. Coming up in 2 minutes on 94.5 ESPN and, of course, on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. 2 minutes.
We've got a crash on the ramp from Burleigh 241 northbound, so watch out for delays. We've got delays on northbound anyway from about Watertown Plank Road all the way up past Capitol Drive, almost to Hampton. On 43, heading southbound, we've got a crash at Locust. It is off on the right shoulder behind the barrels, so you should be able to get past it, but that's just something to keep in mind if you're going to be heading out there. That's where that is happening, and there may be some emergency vehicles getting on scene with that. Southbound continues kind of heavy right through the Marquette and over the high-rise bridge down to the KK River. Traffic is brought to you by the Neal Group. John Neal and his team know how to minimize your taxes to keep more money in your pocket. Visit nealgroup.net to learn more. That's nealgroup.net. And check out the TMJ4 Storm King forecast tonight. Isolated showers or storms, partly cloudy, a low of 67. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, warm, slight chance for a thunderstorm with a high of 83 at the lakefront, 88 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. Time to stock up for your 4th of July picnics, parties, and celebrations. Do you need a cold half barrel? Maybe a great bottle of wine? Or hard to find liquor? We have everything you need at the lowest prices in town. It's the world's largest music festival, and you'll be there compliments of Discount Liquor. When you buy any one 12-pack of Blue Moon or Blue Moon Light, or any one 12-pack of Arnold Palmer Spiked Hard Tea, you'll receive a free Summerfest ticket. Visit us at 51st in Oklahoma and Milwaukee, and on Barstow in Maine in downtown Waukesha. Voted best liquor store in Milwaukee again. Have a safe and fun 4th of July weekend. And don't forget your free Summerfest ticket.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Check out all of our weekly specials at discountliquorinc.com.
This is Brian Balaga. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN.
94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
We them boys. We making noise.
It's the 4-1-4 hour at 4 on KBN.
He's Kyle Wallace. I'm Ben Brust. No Brad Nortman. Alex Stro is running the show. We're taking it at 5 o'clock, leading you into the Homer Hour. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more. A lot's been happening for the Milwaukee Bucks, and I'm still taking it all in because they leveraged a hell of a lot. But if it means that Giannis isn't going anywhere, it's all that matters to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's all that should matter to any Milwaukee Bucks fan. And I guess right now it's just focus on the now and don't focus on the future, because that's the thing that my biggest concern for the Milwaukee Bucks is that we get 3-4 years down the road and say Giannis is not here, or Giannis is still here and we're looking to make
what
a
do we
big
do
move.
now?
Yeah, we have 22, you got this $22 million you're still giving to Dame.
Well, welcoming into the show a Tory Lo Tuesday on a Wednesday, just for a little bit here. I know you got some important things to do outside of Kyle Brust and Nortman today.
It's nothing more important than to talk to KBN Nation.
Well, last week I feel like we were having a Tory Lo sermon. We got the life story, life lessons from Tory Lo.
That was different.
I broke you down, got in the feels.
Yeah, almost had me crying on the show.
Wow, you was about to tear
up? Like you was like Club Shay Shay or something.
Oh, wow. Without the bottle.
Over to the KBN Sports Desk.
I had to have a word with your boss about last week's appearance.
Oh, wow. What happened?
I don't know. I told him everything was fine, but he said, hey, did you make Tory upset? And I said, I don't think so.
No. I thought it was amazing to be able to be on the other side of a lot of that. Sometimes
for those who missed it, listen back on the ESPN Wisconsin app or YouTube last week when Tory Lo joined us on Tuesday. and he shared his life. I mean, he's lived about 18 different lives.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like you said, cats don't have anything on you. They look at you and they say, wow.
You got this.
Yeah.
You got this.
You've been through it all.
How you doing?
Oh, I thought we was going to listen to something. I thought.
Oh, no.
No. You missed the intro.
Oh,
You're
okay,
good.
yeah. Well, like I said, it's powerful. Tory Lo Day in the city of
Yeah,
Milwaukee.
it's coming
Can I
up
see this?
Saturday.
July 5th.
Can I see this?
Yeah,
That's
this
Saturday.
is a proclamation.
Look at the
That's
plaque. Yeah,
Yeah,
go
this
watch
is a
plaque.
I-
Give me the other one, T-Lo. I would put it on YouTube. Go to ESPN
Tory
Milwaukee
Lo
on
Day,
YouTube.
yeah, facts.
We're in the presence of a dude that has a date not only in the city, not only in the county, but the state.
Whereas the city of Milwaukee proudly joins Tory Lo radio show fans, friends, and community members in recognizing Tory Lo for his outstanding contributions on Saturday, July 5th. Tory Lo Day throughout the city of Milwaukee from the mayor.
Tory Lo Day across Milwaukee County, calling on all residents to acknowledge his positive impact to our community and celebrate his efforts to amplify marginalized voices through advocacy and broadcasting. Tory Lo Day is Saturday, July.
Are you crying?
Just a little bit.
Really?
We finna turn up on Saturday, Tory. I'm gonna try to come to
You
your
crying
party.
for real?
No, just a little bit. Tearing up
It's
a little
okay.
Yeah, he got this is the city
You
and the
can wipe,
state.
you
the
can wipe
county.
the tears on me.
We gonna party though on Saturday. How long you gonna be there for?
Well, I'm going to be there from 7 to 10.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I might come at 7 because then I'm going to T Grizzly. I thought it said 7 until on the
Yeah,
flyer.
on the flyer, but 7 to 10.
And what you going after 10?
The after.
Wait a minute, you gotta get
Where's
back
it
to the
at?
after
The
show.
aftermath.
Where's this at?
Well, I got to send that to y'all
It's
in
invite
the email.
only.
Yeah,
It's invite only. You
Am
know?
I good enough for an invite?
7
You know,
7 to 10 is open to the public.
Oh, okay, 7 to 10. Okay, well I'm gonna be there.
I send people the flyers.
Yeah, I got the
I'll be out
flyer.
of town. I'm sorry.
Hey, it's okay.
He wasn't gonna
I'm
come.
gonna tell you
anyway.
this.
What do you mean he wasn't gonna come?
Hey, yeah, he just likes to be invited. He's one of those people that he's not gonna come anyway. But if you invite him,
I get that.
he gets the gratification from the invite.
He does.
Yeah.
He does. He just
I
want to
don't
be
think
invited.
I'm
He
that
wants
guy.
to,
Only for Tory.
to be that included. Yeah.
For Tory, I am.
So we're celebrating you all day on Saturday?
I think earlier I will be at Summerfest,
Okay, I'll see you there.
and then once I get to the evening time,
Early you going to Summerfest, huh?
well, I'm gonna hang out at Summerfest. We had a game set, cops versus the teams.
Oh, but the tragedy.
But then the
happened.
tragedy took place with the officer that lost his life. My condolences to the family and the Milwaukee Police Department. So that game never happened. So
Spoken like a guy who deserves a day in the city.
we don't even know if we're going to be able to do it this Saturday. But I still got the time open to have that game.
What time is that?
If that's the
on your
case.
birthday.
Yeah, I mean,
That's also his birthday.
when it comes with the kids, when it comes to the
that's
kids.
how
yeah.
they chose the day.
July 5th is my birthday, yeah.
Oh, how old are you going to be?
49.
Yeah.
You know what? Don't I got another appointment? Don't I got to get somewhere?
We
Well,
getting up there.
I got
We
a few
getting up
gray
there.
hairs. Now,
A few?
I'm starting to get a few gray hairs.
You're going to be a poster child for just for men half gray or whatever.
Well, like I
The
said,
Silver
I mean,
Fox.
whatever you got to do. Whatever you got to do to make it through. I'm just happy to be alive.
Why would they do the proclamation on your 49th and not your 50th? Just curiosity.
Here we go.
Because
That's a
there's
serious
going to be
question.
another day.
You're thinking too far into the future.
listen-
Yeah, why don't you just accept,
gotta
like, he
enjoy
should be
it.
happy he's got a day.
Tory needed this day. It was it should have been happened years ago.
10 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
You're a saint, Tory. We love you.
Well, look, at the end of the day, I love KBN Nation. Thank y'all for having me.
You
as
outta here?
usual. And the one thing I'll say is this,
Wait a minute. We got to get something about Miles Turner.
Oh, here we go. Miles Turner.
No. Let him speak about what he wants to speak.
ahead.
He's
Well,
got a
wait
day
Wait a
coming
minute, hold on.
Saturday.
Well, we got to talk. Well, I could give my whole ideal on the Bucks in one swap.
Yeah, I'm sorry
One
I
swap.
cut you off.
I think that the Bucks have at least top 5 in the East.
All
at
right.
least 5.
They have to. I mean, they have to
Where
be.
we're at, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I think that they'll be there. And surprisingly, if they move up to like a 4 situation.
So you don't think they're going to a championship?
The way it's
No.
constructed, I mean, I don't think anybody's saying they're winning a championship.
No,
or going to a
I don't think
championship. The goal is to get to the Eastern Conference Finals, and that would be
but
a
I think
huge
that with
success.
the young, they got younger.
Yeah.
Relatively.
Yeah, I mean, 29 is
They
younger than
got younger.
37.
It is 8 years, a big difference.
Yeah.
Tory can attest
I
to
think that
49.
right now they're going to be competitive, but you never know because the East got a lot of injuries.
Yeah, they have-
a lot of key players with a lot of injuries.
Now, we know you got somewhere to be, so you're going to leave us with some wise words, it felt like.
Oh, the wise words is live, be wise, and have some emotional intelligence.
Oh, yes.
Live, be wise. I'm living. I'm working on being wiser, and have emotional intelligence.
You want to know you're smarter than Ben Brust today?
Right.
Wise. Wise.
Be wise.
Tori, go head over to our sister station, 620 WTMJ.
Salute.
Bring the plaques. Celebrate your well-deserved Tory Lo Day.
Thank you.
On
Happy
July 5th.
Independence Day for everybody that's listening, and I'll see y'all on the other side. Happy birthday.
What's happening in?
Yeah. Hey, Tori, make sure you bring them back on Monday
What's
so we're going to
happening
celebrate you again on July 7th. Yeah, emotional intelligence is something that a lot of people talk about.
Yeah, what does that mean exactly?
I literally was about to go Google.
I don't think Ben
No, don't
has
Google it. Let's talk about it like the sophisticated men we are. Kyle, what does emotional intelligence mean to you?
800-990-3776.
What does it mean to you, though?
Oh, what does it mean to me? It's the ability to understand others' emotions, right? I think it's something like
I don't
So
think,
against all odds, I have the highest emotional intelligence on the panel?
I don't think that's it.
I think emotional intelligence is simply just having the emotional intelligence to understand other people. Empathy.
By definition, the capacity to be aware of, control, and express one's emotions, and to handle interpersonal relationships judiciously and empathetically.
Wow. Do you have? I have emotional intelligence. It's high and lows, but it's emotional.
I was gonna say,
and it's intelligent.
You have the highest of highs and the lowest of lows.
Yeah, it's high.
You don't have emotional intelligence when it comes to your fandom. You let emotional intelligence get the best of you.
Usually it's in the moment. In the moment, I might lose myself just a little bit, but I think I communicate effectively when I'm emotional. Even though it may be not
I don't think effectively.
No, I listen.
I think you just say anything that's on your mind and it comes out.
No,
Pew!
man,
like a faucet.
I had the whole world mad about Jordan Love sitting out.
Well, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because a lot of people thought you were stupid, and I still think it was stupid.
I effectively communicated that.
You effectively communicated that when Jordan Love was up for contract and he was trying to finalize the deal for the first 3 days of training camp during installs, that do you think so let's look back now on this.
I stand by what I said.
No, you didn't let me finish.
I'm just telling you, no, I stand by what I said. So.
Did Jordan Love missing 3 days of training camp last year affect how far the Packers went in their 2024 season?
Yeah, well, he got injured in week 1, which I don't think that had anything to do with it. But, I mean, practice is practice, man. Taking reps is reps. He didn't have as good of a season due to injury. No, I mean, practice is practice. Get your behind on that field. Suit up. It was in shoulder pads and helmets. He would have been fine.
I still think
he has a red jersey. He would have been fine.
Of all the things that Kyle Wallace on Kyle Brust and Nortman has flip-flopped or backpedaled on, staying pat on it was selfish for Jordan Love to sit out to finalize this contract before stepping on the field. You would have done the same damn thing, and you're lying to yourself if you think otherwise.
If I was a quarterback where they can't touch me, I would have practiced. Yeah. If they had shoulder pads and helmets on. I'm standing by it.
And now this is the same day that you're saying that you would be so distraught if you were waived by the Milwaukee Bucks and they were going to pay you $113 million and didn't tell you.
Yeah, I would say y'all could have been a little bit more respectful with it. Give me my money. Thank you.
Even though you / Damian Lillard wanted to go to Portland and rehab there.
He said, hey,
because clearly you don't want to be around this year because you likely know the writing on the wall wasn't you were going to be a Milwaukee Buck in 26, 27 anyway.
I got young children. I'm going to be out away from my children just to rehab? Come on now. That's nonsense. He should join them in certain games and then fly out.
It's a business. It's a professional business.
There was no purpose of him being here and rehabbing anyways. He's going to miss the entire year. He was going to pop in, pop out, but letting his home base be out there so he can be with his kids, come on now, that's tough, being away from children. Michael Redd tweeted out the fact that he struggled when he got traded to Phoenix. He struggled being away from the Midwest and being away from his family, which led for him to retire early. So family's important.
Well, unfortunately, as fans, you don't have to care about that if you don't want to because...
that's just sick. You're sick. You have no emotional intelligence whatsoever.
Play good for me. It's all that matters.
That's crazy.
Put the ball in the hoop.
I'm glad you ain't no owner. Boy, oh boy.
Goody does the same thing to all your players.
You'd be like, who's the
Goody
owner?
does this to all your players.
Ben Sterling over here. I get give them money. I feed them.
Without me, there would be nothing.
Yeah, you must not know what Donald Sterling did.
No, I do remember that saga. Trust me, I'm just leaning into it for the fun of it. Ben Sterling. I've been Ben Rush and Ben Sterling here.
I feed them. I just don't want you with them at my game.
What would you do with $113? Maybe do something smart with it. 100. Yeah, I keep saying $113.
Bro,
$113 million.
Dude, if I had $113 million, I know one thing I'd do. I go straight to Citizens Bank and say, "Hey, Citizens Bank, I got $13 million. Show me what."
$113 million.
$113 million.
It's crazy to say out loud.
It is crazy to say out loud, but it's not crazy to work with a great bank like Citizens Bank right here in Wisconsin. If you are searching for a new banking home, look no further than Citizens Bank. I love their easy-to-use mobile app, and you will love it as well. I love the CD account that I have as well. I checked it yesterday, and my money's growing, and you can have that too. But what makes it even better is right now, if you're looking for any summer projects and you need a little extra money, you can work with them with their HELOC to knock out all those summer projects that you have. So there's so many different options, whether you want to buy a home, whether you want to upgrade your home, whether you want to open up a CD account, or whether you want to open up a checking or savings account, you can do it all with the Wisconsin Bank with Citizens Bank. So I'm telling you this right now, bank where you belong with Citizens Bank. Visit them today at citizensbankwi.bank. That's citizensbankwi.bank, or just stop by one of their local branch locations at Citizens Bank. And always remember, Citizens Bank is an equal housing lender.
Rumor has it Kyle has had some issues in his household. We'll explain those next.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman.
He is now off his rocker saying it. Well, if I played...
Choke artist. Choke artist, choke artist, choke artist. That's what you both are. Yeah, I said it. You both are choke artists.
Losers, choke artists.
That's what you are. You
frauds,
choked against TCU. You choked against Oregon. You choked against Kentucky. Y'all choked against Duke. I can keep going.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Off the freeway system, we've got a crash. Highway 100 southbound at National Avenue. The two left lanes are blocked right now, so watch out for those delays to start building up. Onto the freeway, southbound 41, slowing from Appleton Avenue down past Capitol Drive. Northbound's going to be a bit tight just before Mayfair Road all the way up past Capitol. Southbound 43, backing up from about Good Hope Road down to Silver Spring. And then you're back on the brakes from Fond du Lac Avenue down through the Marquette and over the high-rise. Northbound is seeing some delays from just before Fond du Lac Avenue all the way up towards Hampton, and then back on the brakes past Silver Spring. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, isolated showers and storms, partly cloudy otherwise, a low of 67. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, warm with a slight chance for thunderstorms, a high of 83 at the lake, 88 inland. Weather is brought to you by Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin's Road America. WeatherTech Vintage Weekend is coming up July 17th through the 20th. Get your tickets today and check out the full season schedule at roadamerica.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
All day, every day. The Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
Right now, more than 100,000 children waiting in foster care need our help. The Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption is focused on finding them safe, permanent homes. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
Erica, it's good to see you.
How are things at our amazing Germantown location? Absolutely fantastic.
We heard you had a bold idea. What is it?
We're celebrating our 45th year in business, so I think we should give away some natural diamonds. Wow, that is a bold idea. How many and how big? 3/4 of a carat. 9 natural diamonds, each one clarity enhanced for maximum brilliance. 1 diamond for each store.
How should we mount them, Erica?
We'll give them away as diamond pendants.
So each of the 9 Kessler stores will have their own diamond pendant to give away?
Yeah, and all a person will have to do is to walk into a store and register to win.
Can a person travel to all 9 stores and register at each one?
Yeah, why not? And people will have from now until July 28th to register.
I'm in.
Me too.
It's unanimous, and people should bring in all their old jewelry so that we can professionally clean it for them for free.
That makes so much difference.
For the location of the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Forget average. At Exterior Pros, they bring the heat. They're not here to meet standards, they're here to smash them. From the first swing of the hammer to the final reveal, they're leveling up your home with every window, every shingle, and every single detail. This isn't just a remodel, it's a glow up for your house. Built tough, built beautiful, built to turn heads. Want in? Let's go. Lock in your project now and save $3,000. Exterior Pros, where bold meets built. Trust the pros and visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274.
At Citizens Bank, community banking is you, growing your business with a partner who gets it. It's you, buying your first home with a lender who makes it easy. It's you, building a future with savings that work just as hard as you. And it's us, working together to strengthen our community. Because at Citizens Bank, community banking means you plus us. Visit us at citizensbankwi.bank. Citizens Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
College students, are you looking to make your campus living more comfortable, functional, and fashionable this year? Let IKEA help. From innovative storage solutions and furniture to maximize your space, to fashionable bedding and accessories to make it uniquely yours, IKEA is helping make college living truly inspired by you. And now, qualified college students can save even more with 15% off their IKEA purchase when they sign up for IKEA Family for free. Visit IKEA Oak Creek, IKEA Schaumburg, or check out the Ready for College section on IKEA.com/US to learn more.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Kyle, what's going on? I need some updates. You got a lot going on.
Woo, let me tell you.
You just got engaged. You're a newly engaged man on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman here. The 4 and 4 hour.
Indeed I am.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, no Brad Nortman, Strofe, DJ Strofe.
Yeah, you
DJ
know.
Strofe.
Baby girl is finding out what it means to be a Wallace.
She didn't know.
That poor girl.
She didn't know that before she said yes.
No, she got to cry. It is interesting is that we've had people stay at our house before, but usually we've had some, some cordial friends, civil folks, but we ain't never had the Wallaces or the connection to the family come by. And let me tell you, she has had a crash course over the last 5 days of what life is going to be like a Wallace. And let me tell you, y'all ever seen that SpongeBob meme where SpongeBob was cooking up the burgers and he put his hand on the side of the little counter? He was sweating like, whoo, I'm tired.
Yeah.
She tired. She tired because let me tell you,
just for 5 days?
Just from 5 days.
The rest of her life, she's going to be in a sauna.
And then on top of that, her seeds, this is basically what her seeds going to be like, That's what it's going to be like.
I hate to do the human anatomy thing here.
My seeds combined with her seeds going to turn into my seeds, and that's what her seeds going to be. Her seeds come together.
Exactly. There you go.
The apple don't fall far from the tree, and she's getting a little, this tree has been shaking. It's been right in her lap. And
How and why?
So last week, we went to Summerfest. Me and my cousins, they all came to the crib, and they were so excited to hang out because one of my cousins was in town, and they beat me to my own house. They supposed to be at the house at 6, but you know what? We got a liquor shelf in the house, and by the time I got there about 5 o'clock, all the bottles and drinks was flowing. And so she's like, oh, wow, they're here early. I thought they're going to get here at 6.
So she was hosting your family without knowing she was hosting your family. That's awesome. Great communication by you. That makes any significant other happy.
They were coming, but they came a little bit early, shocked her, good time. And so then, we party, we get in, and of course we all hungry, so we eating food. They leave mess everywhere, crumb everywhere. And then the next day, Strofe, you're one who has dealt with this. When you indulge in a little bit too much of that drink, sometimes your stomach start to hurt. And one of my cousins, his stomach started to hurt. And I'm on the phone with baby girl, and I'm talking to her because, we got places to be on Saturday, but I had to leave the house, go take care of some business. I'm on the phone with her. All I hear is, oh, no. I said, what's going on? She said, nothing. I said, baby girl, what is going on in my house? She said, nothing. I said, baby girl, what's happening? She said, your cousin just threw up. I said, oh, hell no. He got it everywhere. Throw up in the house.
He wasn't in the toilet?
Yeah, he ran to the garbage, but he ended up, he covered his mouth and it came out.
You got to be better than that.
You're joking.
And
You got to be better than that.
So then.
How old?
He too old for it, but I love him. He don't drink. He don't really party like that. He's a father. He don't party like that.
He's a father?
Yeah. He's in his late 20s. Yeah, he don't really party like that. So
got to be better than that.
But it's because his stomach is weak. And then on top of that, we had a little bit of bug.
His stomach is weak.
We had a
so
little
it's
bit of a
okay for him to
bug.
puke everywhere?
Hell no. I was fuming when I got home. He didn't throw the garbage out. And so
Kyle was probably like, it's okay.
No, the hell it wasn't. And then we had a little bug infestation, a little bit of bug. Some bug hatched in the basement. So we had to clean that up too.
What kind of bug?
I don't know. It looked like an ant that had wings. I don't know, but it was just too much. And so baby girl was tired.
A flying ant.
Baby girl was tired. We killed the bug. He cleaned up the puke, but then there was still some puke there. She was disgusted. I got home and it was all gone. All she did was laying in the bed. We had to be somewhere. She got out the shower and said, baby, what? I said, we got to get dressed. What are you doing? She said, I just need a moment. I said, oh, the Walters don't wore you out. Then 2 days later, guess what? More family comes. I got family staying with me now, and I love it. I love them staying with me. But, boy, I tell you, they wearing her out. Well, I walked in the door yesterday, and they were supposed to be back home a little bit earlier, and I called them. I said, where y'all at? Baby girl wants to know where y'all at. Oh, we getting some food
She wants to know how much time she has to relax before the household gets ruined again.
And so then, she left the house, and I said, they're not going to be there for a while. They're not there. And so I, get ready to get home. I walk in the door, and all I see is I hear a little girl, my little 13-year-old cousin, hanging out with us. I hear a little girl just talk. And I walk in the door. All I see is my baby girl turn and look at me and side-eye me. I said, what in the hell she side-eyed? I said, what's wrong? She said, they're hungry. I said, they ate. She said, well, they're hungry. And I told you to get the food ready because they're going to be hungry. So she's learning, that the Wallaces ain't easy to deal with. I got that damn side eye, and once I got that side eye, which y'all all know that side eye, Stro. You got that side eye before.
No, never.
Daddy, you don't even have to say nothing.
We've all got me.
Got the side eye
all the time.
What she's finding out.
Is that it?
Well, and then today, as my
there's more.
What happened today?
This morning, she walked with the little girl to go get some coffee, and the next thing I know, I get a phone call. Hey, where are the jumper cables? I said, jumper cables? Yeah, your cousin, his car needs jumping. I said, his car needs jumping, and so she had to walk all the way back to the crib because he was coming to join them to go get the damn jumper cables. All in 5 days.
Did you say baby girl walked with the 13-year-old to get coffee?
Yeah, they went.
Is the 13-year-old drinking coffee?
I hope not.
I also hope not.
I hope not. So yeah, she's what's called.
Anything else, or is that everything?
Uh-oh.
Oh my goodness! And I almost forgot about the last thing this morning. So I wake up, I have my routine. I got people staying with me. My cousin, he's staying with me with his girl. That's fantastic.
I'm so glad I didn't marry you.
Oh man, I got more stuff too. Should I tell them about the toilet too?
The toilet?
Oh yeah. So here's the other thing, KBN Nation. 7 o'clock, I get up in my neighborhood. Pretty calm, peaceful neighborhood, right? We peaceful neighbors. We don't talk to people like that.
You sure sound like it.
7 o'clock in the morning.
Drinks were flowing. People are puking. There's bugs hatching.
7 o'clock in the morning, Stro. If you know what I heard? I heard, rant. It's a car alarm.
Clock. Oh, car alarm.
Car alarm, 7 o'clock in the morning, my peaceful neighborhood. And I'm getting up.
No wonder the car died.
I'm peeking up. Right. I'm looking around. Where's my I said, baby, where's my remote? I need to get my keys. And so I do my keys. That's not my car. It's my cousin's car. So I go, knock. I said, hey, your car alarm's going off. So he said, oh, I'm sorry. He gets up. He turns it off. I get butt naked, get ready to go into the shower. Next thing you know, I ain't got no clothes on. I hear the car alarm go off again. I'm like, what the hell's going on? So I said, boy, give me the keys. So I had to turn the car off.
Did you go in there naked?
No, I had a towel on. His girlfriend's there. I can't be walking around naked.
If his girlfriend wasn't there.
No, I'm out walking around naked. It's my house, bro.
Hey, cuzzo!
I said, hey, cuz.
I thought you were the man of the house.
Walking around naked, man of the house. Hey, cuz!
Yeah.
Get the car!
Give me the keys.
Yeah. That's just a wild time.
So you're having fun?
No, I'm loving it. They're just, it's just she's learning that being a Wallace takes a lot of work. And I don't think she realized that my family is much to deal with. Much to deal with.
Now, I'm actually disappointed that you didn't put her through the full ringer before giving her the ring.
Oh.
Did you do that on purpose? Was this a calculated thing? This feels calculated, Stro.
It just
tricked her into it?
It just so happened to happen like this, and now I think she understands.
It just so happened to happen.
I think now she understands why I am the way I am and why I'm so anal about certain stuff is because, you got to control your environment that you're around. I told you about when we go traveling with my family, everybody moves at a slow pace. My parents my parents sit there and instead of throwing a soda away that we get from an all-inclusive, they put it in their luggage, and then when they realize they can't, take it
to
with
the airport.
them. They don't just throw it out like a normal person. They start drinking it. They start chugging it at 70. Like, I'm like, yo, you're old. What are you doing? So, very, very nice. She's learning. This is what it means to be a Wallace. There's so many stories. There was another story that was happened to. I can't remember it.
Any buyer's remorse from her?
Nah, I just tell her to look at the ring, and she just smiles.
Oh, that's your line? Look at the ring.
And she just smiles.
Material things? You think just material things she can just be bought?
It works every time. You don't tell your girl to look at the ring.
No. I have conversation. We talk things through. I don't just say, look at your ring. I'm the man of the house.
No. Actually, I think I'm with Kyle on that line specifically. Because if she ever has doubts, she should know. There's a ring on that finger for a reason.
Oh, man, listen, the ring should get me out of everything.
Ron in the key chimes in, wouldn't his family be less work for her if he stopped ducking out and leaving his wife to be home alone with them?
Dude, I had
That's
stuff
a fair
to
point.
do.
You're gone a lot.
I'm a busy man. I have a lot of stuff to do. She was gone too, and the kids were gone. They were gone.
She was walking them in the coffee shop.
Well, today I had to go to work today, and she's at home with the family, and so she walked them to the coffee shop. And listen, the 13-year-old was supposed to be gone days ago, so she's just hanging out. And
what do you mean she should have been gone days ago?
I mean, she was supposed to leave yesterday.
Why?
Go back home. And
why is she still there?
Because she loves hanging out with her cousin Kyle, and I love it. My baby girl, I can't have.
Does baby girl love it?
Yeah.
Hold on, now we're confused because he just referred to the 13-year-old cousin as baby girl. Now I'm confused.
Yeah, the baby girl loves it. The little girl.
She does.
Little girl versus.
That's adorable. It's cute. You have a great relationship with your cousin. But why is she still trying? Where are her parents?
Because it's summer for them, and she want to hang out. And you know what's really funny? And this is why I love my family. This is real talk, KBN Nation. I have a great family. She was supposed to have a friend come with her to hang out, and the friend couldn't come. And I said, hey, y'all want to do it a different time? She said, no. I mean, just because my friend ain't coming don't mean I don't want to spend time with my cousin.
Wow. That's adorable.
That is beautiful.
It really is. I agree with that.
You've done a really great job of controlling your environment, Kyle.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I hope
indoor, outdoor, car alarms. The house seems like it's all put together.
What do you think baby girl's first thing she's going to say once your house is clear? Once everybody's gone and it's back to just you two?
That's a great
What's going to be
question.
the first words out of her mouth?
Oh, we got a live text, I think.
No, she just said the texter was perfectly spoken. Or I guess I don't know what that means, but
she's saying Ron in the key is completely right in saying you duck out and leave her with your family.
Oh, hell no. You can't agree with Ron in the key, but she says she loves hanging out with me, the baby girls together. But one thing the baby girls are enjoying in the house together are the excellent windows that we have here with Universal Windows Direct. And you know what? Owning a home is one of the best investments you can make, KBN Nation. But keeping it comfortable, energy efficient, and looking great, that takes a little extra work. And if you've got a drafty old window in your house, you know exactly what I mean. But this summer, Universal Windows Direct is making it easy to finally tackle that project with an offer you can't pass up. Right now, you get to choose your offer. Pick the one that works for you. So here's what you have. You can pick payments as low as $99 a month or 12 months with no payments and no interest. Seriously, upgrading your home now and relaxing until next year is a great way to go about it. Plus, Universal Windows Direct will give you a free in-home window and energy assessment. They'll show you exactly where your windows might be letting in heat and driving up your energy bills and how new windows can help keep that money in your pocket. So if you want to take care of your home the smart way this summer, don't wait. Call 414-410-2000 or go to universalwindowsdirect.com to schedule your free in-home estimate today. And trust me, once you get those new windows in, you'll walk around saying, I love my windows.
Coming up next, it is really interesting to see the different reaction locally from Bucks fans, as well as some of the top NBA analysts giving their opinion on what the Bucks did yesterday. Brian Windhorst gives his take on robbing Peter to pay Paul. That's what he thinks the Bucks have done. Next.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman.
Milwaukee County, you need to shovel the pathway to the lake, okay? I had to step through snow in order to get to the lake.
I think Kyle's the Karen of the show.
I think
he's high maintenance, for sure.
I think Kyle pays taxes in the county of Milwaukee that just went up, so I expect for this stuff to be popped.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Southbound on 43, we got some backups from Good Hope Road all the way down past Silver Spring. You're back on the brakes from just north of Fond du Lac Avenue down through the Marquette and over the high-rise bridge down to the KK River. On the northbound side, we got backups from just before Fond du Lac all the way up past Hampton. And then we got southbound 41, very heavy from before Appleton Avenue all the way down to Capitol Drive. And check the TMJ4 Storm King forecast tonight. Isolated showers or storms, partly cloudy, a low of 67. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, warm with a slight chance of thunderstorms, a high of 83 at the lake, 88 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Slide into your neighborhood Century Food Store to score the freshest produce, tastiest treats, and everything in between. Now through Wednesday, save on 5.5 to 8 ounce selected varieties Crystal Farm shredded or chunk cheese, 2 for $5. 9 to 16 ounce selected varieties Old Dutch tortilla or crunch chips or salsa, 2 for $5.50. 10 to 10.8 ounce selected varieties Bird's Eye frozen vegetables, 4 for $5. 18 to 54 count selected varieties Hefty plates or bowls, 2 for $5.
Attention shoppers.
Safe.
Okay.
Ooh, pineapple fulfills every need.
While you're shopping, a drive way back, it's a gunner.
There's something goofy going on with the PA.
Need a price check and I'll take me out to the ball game.
See, what is going on?
You're hearing things. We're at Century Foods, and you can't take your mind off winning that ultimate baseball fan sweepstakes.
I'm hoping to throw out the first pitch at a Milwaukee baseball game.
Or attend batting practice.
Or hold the finish line ribbon for the racing sausages.
You don't say.
The ultimate baseball fan sweepstakes at Century Foods. Enter on Century's Facebook or Instagram by July 30th.
Whether you're a local who wants to enjoy a night out or you're planning to visit Milwaukee, enjoy an artfully stylish experience at St. Kate the Arts Hotel, conveniently located in the heart of downtown Milwaukee's Theater District. With deluxe accommodations, culinary creativity, on-site art galleries, artist in residence, and nightly live music, you'll enjoy every element of your stay at St. Kate. Learn more and book your stay at stkatearts.com.
Baseball is back. Brian Balaga here to bring you a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Surfside Iced Tea and Vodka and Surfside Lemonade and Vodka. A delicious and perfect pairing for a day at the ballpark. Stocked at American Family Field all season long. Surfside is only 100 calories per serving, and the best part, 0 bubbles. Ask for it at your local bar or liquor store. Surfside, an official partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Must be 21 years of age. Please drink responsibly.
With a dedicated Milwaukee team, Fifth Third Bank knows what success looks like. For 15 years, we've been serving businesses, organizations, and individuals in the area with a long-standing commitment to the healthcare and not-for-profit sectors. Whether it's expansion to commercial payments, Fifth Third offers a full suite of financial services and solutions to navigate your organization's complex needs. Experience the difference with Fifth Third Bank. National Association. Custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC.
Hey, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. Build a customized renter's policy with American Family Insurance so you can protect your tandem bike on the go. Thief! Oh, he is struggling with that two-seater. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Some exclusions may apply. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
The Bucks made some moves in the last 24 hours to add Miles Turner, waive Damian Lillard, add Gary Harris, re-sign some of the players from last year on some smaller deals. Giannis in Greece right now. Haven't heard much from him. in terms of any.
He tweeted mood yesterday.
I know, but like you said that
social.
yesterday. That's what I'm saying. I haven't seen anything that.
He hanging with family.
Family first, right, Kyle?
Yeah, always.
Now, Brian Windhorst earlier, I believe, get up Strophy, or was this with Homer on the Homer Hour yesterday?
This is with Homer.
Yeah, so Brian Windhorst, ESPN.
No, Peter and Paul that you referenced earlier, and then later didn't know what it meant, was from Get Up, I believe.
Got it.
Yeah,
so yesterday, Brian Windhorst joined Homer and John Anderson on the Homer Hour. Here's what he had to say about the Bucks' move yesterday.
While Miles Turner is an excellent player, he's not dramatically better than Brook Lopez. I mean, he's younger, and you're going to get more out of him. And, he definitely outplayed Brook in the playoffs. There's no doubt about that. And he fits with Giannis because he's going to stretch the floor, and he's going to defend the rim, and he's going to allow Giannis to play more free. Like, it's definitely a very good fit. But they were fifth in the East last year, and this move, maybe if it works out great, they can be fourth.
If it works out great, they can be fourth in the East as it stands now.
Weren't they like 2 or 3 games back from fourth last year? And but looking at based off the competition in the Eastern Conference, I understand that, the Eastern Conference has some teams, but they don't have any super, studly teams that the Bucks should be concerned about outside, honestly, of the Knicks and the Cleveland Cavaliers, who absolutely were a dud last year.
Yeah, look, the thing
in the playoffs,
the thing that matters most is that they put themselves in a position where if they can make a playoff run and the seeds fall the right way and the matchups fall the right way and Giannis is healthy, that Giannis with Miles Turner and whatever they bring in, Giannis needs, if he decides that this is the spot in the position, which I all think we do, that he's going to play next year, he's going to have to play at an incredibly high level.
No, it's not sustainable. What we saw him when Damian Lillard was out, that is not sustainable over an 82-game schedule. And
I wouldn't say over. I would say less of over the 82-game schedule, but in the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm just saying he's going to be gassed. He can't carry this team by himself. There is no player in the NBA.
Giannis defies all odds, though.
No, Giannis. Listen, I love Giannis, but what we have seen, he did it.
I love Giannis, but all right, I love Giannis, but go.
What we have seen is we were trying to figure out when he was hurt during the playoffs, was it one of those things where it's wear and tear? How do we manage his minutes better to make sure Giannis is healthy and ready to go for the playoffs? That was a conversation that we had because he got hurt during the playoffs and missed time during the playoffs. And so for me, overall, we cannot sit here and ride the back of Giannis like he ain't going to give out at some point. We have to be very strategic about it. And so the Milwaukee Bucks need to find a perimeter guy that can score, not just guys that can shoot, but a guy that can create his own shot. KPJ's good. He can create his own shot, but I feel like we need to elevate and get somebody a little bit better than that who has the ability to create his own shot for the Milwaukee Bucks and also play some defense.
Come on. The entire goal of everything the Bucks are doing is riding the back of Giannis until it falls out.
Okay, you're going to run him into the ground like you're a damn thoroughbred?
Yes. Everything you do, if you are John Horst, if you are
we're not going to euthanize them at the end.
Well, hell, retirement. We can't run him into the ground.
Kyle, every move they're making, every single move, moving the first-round picks, moving the second-round picks, signing Miles Turner, cutting Damian Lillard, and extending his contract over the next 5 years. Everything they are doing is because they know Giannis will be here. They don't give a damn about what the post-Giannis life looks like. They don't care because that's ultimately not.
Do you?
That's ultimately not going to be John Horst's problem anyway.
No, listen. Again,
that's a good point. If they're going to let him do these things, it's not going to be his problem if it doesn't work out.
What I'm saying is that if you run Giannis into the ground during the regular season, it's not sustainable because he's not going to last until the playoffs. And what we have seen in the past is having a conversation about how do we best manage his minutes so Giannis isn't too exhausted or he breaks down at the end of the season going into the playoffs. And so if you ride his back all year long, he plays 75 games where he's playing nonstop and a lot of minutes, Giannis is going to wear himself out in the playoffs for when it really matters. So I'm just saying, like, yes, Giannis is going to ball out, but we got to understand that Giannis cannot do this by himself.
The worst thing that could happen to the Bucks is that they end up a 4 or 5 seed and get knocked out of the first round.
Well, get prepared for the worst to happen.
There's
as in the 4 or 5 seed. I think they can make it out the first round. I'm just saying, be prepared. I feel like a 3 seed is probably the ceiling for this team next year.
If they are anything worse than a 5 seed, like a 6 and a play-in team, then you're in a tough spot for trying to convince him that what you can do in the next year after going through this whole offseason, mortgaging cap space for Damian Lillard, it's going to be a tough sell. So this, John Horst, my friend, better work. And what works is going to the Princeton Club of New Berlin for your better tomorrow. You can have a strong body, a strong mind, and have a strong community by going to the Princeton Club. Take that small step. No goal is too big or too small. It is a clean health club. It's beautiful. They have an outdoor pool, an indoor pool, outdoor tennis courts, indoor tennis courts, basketball courts, functional strength training areas, powerlifting, Olympic lifting, regular machines, top-of-the-line treadmills, spin classes, private training. They have it all at the Prince Club. So if you're looking for a place to get better and further your health, look no further than going to the Prince Club of New Berlin for a better tomorrow. Homer, as he does on Wednesdays, joins us before the Homer Hour. Next.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman.
If I was as tall and as talented as you, if I could shoot as well as you could, both them teams would have won. Because you know what? You did a fake punch, you said, in the Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
And I would have did fake point. I would have took it to the house. I would have scored a dang touchdown.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. On this show, it's always football season.
Yes, it'd be awesome to see him take the Rodgers year 3 jump, the Favre year 3 jump, but he's going to be the quarterback for the foreseeable future here.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
So when you keep saying pivotal year, I just wonder what is that fulcrum point that you actually think is going to happen?
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Brust talking about our friends at Road America, America's national park of speed. Get out of your house this summer and go to Road America, located conveniently between Green Bay and Milwaukee and Elkhart Lake. Come see a race at the legendary 4-mile, 14-turn road circuit that has hosted some of the best races since 1955. WeatherTech Vintage Weekend is up next July 17th through the 20th. Camp on site all weekend and enjoy free admission for kids 16 and under with a paying adult at the gate. Come for the experience and stay for the race. Get your tickets at roadamerica.com.
Hey, it's Kyle Walsh. You know owning a home is one of the best investments you can make, but keeping it comfortable, energy efficient, and looking great, that takes a little extra work. But this summer, Universal Windows Direct is making it easy to finally tackle that project with an offer you can't pass up. Right now, you get to choose your offer. Pick the one that works for you. Payments as low as $99 a month or 12 months with no payments and no interest. Call 414-410-2000 or go to universalwindowsdirect.com.
Hi, Mitzi. What's the news from Kessler's in Brookfield?
Everything's smooth like butter. We're all just marching to the beat of the big bass drum.
That sounds like fun.
Your email said you wanted to talk about 32 things. What are they?
The 32 things are rare and special engagement rings.
Tell me more.
Each one of these amazing rings is just waiting for someone to choose the center stone.
What about the side stones?
All the side stones are Kessler 81s.
81 windows exploding with light instead of just 57 windows that are modestly glowing like most other diamonds.
We have 16 rings in 18 karat gold and 16 rings in platinum.
All they need is a center diamond?
Yeah, and our prices on natural center diamonds and created center diamonds are incredibly low right now.
Each store has a beautiful assortment of these rings?
Yes, and they're priced from just $900 up to $3,900.
Good job. Keep marching to the beat of that big bass drum, Mitzi.
I'm excited.
For the location of the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Hey, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Buying a roof, siding, or windows can feel overwhelming. Hidden costs, confusing contracts. We don't play that game. We educate you so you can decide. And when you know the facts, Infinity Exteriors is the clear choice. Since 1997, we've installed peace of mind with no surprise upcharges, flexible budgets, and immediate financing. Infinity Exteriors, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
Are you going to do something today?
Yes, I am.
And what exactly might that be?
My plan is to sit here and enjoy our amazing new patio set from Steinhoffel's.
Steinhoffel's 4th of July sale is going on now. Take 10% off store-wide, plus an extra $100 off every $999 you spend. But don't wait too long because this sale ends soon.
Now, would you be a sweetheart and get me another lemonade? I have to stay hydrated.
Steinhoffel's 4th of July sale, going on now.
Make plans to stop by Third Ward Beer Garden at Catalano Square. Experience Milwaukee's favorite beer garden, the perfect spot to meet up with friends in the Third Ward. Open Wednesday through Sunday with live music Thursday through Saturday. Good times and great vibes await at Third Ward Beer Garden.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just for you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Radio legend.
I don't care. I wanted to talk to Brett Musburger. That was for my own personal benefit. I hope other people enjoyed it, but I wish I was Brett Musburger. How about that?
Voice of Marquette basketball.
Joplin to the basket. He dumps it. Hammer time.
And owner of the most famous catchphrase, at least in this building.
Oh, baby, that's sweet.
It's time for Uncle Homer on Kyle Brust and Nortman.
It is time for Homer before the Homer Hour on Kyle Brust and Nortman. Homer, you had Brian Windhorst on with you yesterday. What was your biggest takeaway?
The fact that everybody needs to know this was one of the most radical decisions in the history of the NBA.
Because of the $22 million?
Yes, because this idea of stretching to pay back. The all-time record was $27 million.
That was total, right?
Total. Now, at 27, they take it to 112. There's no way to describe how bizarre and off the charts, over the top. Also, the largest waiver, cutting a player and you owe him 113, 112. No one's even close to this.
Do you agree with the decision if it means Giannis will be back?
I agree with the decision. I want everyone to know how radical it is. That's why people are saying it's crazy. And by NBA standards, it's insane. So
Jimmy
now the
Haslam
question
got money.
is, why do they do it? What?
I said, obviously, Jimmy Haslam got money.
It isn't about having the money. It's how to use the money wisely.
Wait, I
First
agree.
of all, it tells me it's Haslam's team. There's no way. Who's the other owner?
Lazarus.
Lazarus is on.
Wes Edens and
There's no
Jamie
way
Dinan.
Edens is on his way out. Has to be. There's no way he can approve this at all. He thinks it's. He thought normal is crazy. This is. So understand.
Isn't
no
there an
one's
acting
ever,
governor?
No, they don't do that anymore.
No, they do it.
Ended.
Wes Edens is the acting
ended.
governor.
That used to be. It doesn't exist
No, I'm
anymore.
pretty sure Wes
doesn't
Edens-
exist anymore. But either way, the degree to which this is crazy, I'm sure all the owners hate it because he set a whole new standard.
Mm-hmm.
A standard that's so wild, no one even thought of this as an option. Nobody said, here's what they could do. They could buy out Damian Lillard. No one said that because no one thought it was possible because they all think it's nuts. Here's why I believe they did it. This is all a one-year deal. They have a chance next year, and only next year, because Boston's out and Indiana's out. So they move up 2 spots. They are doing this for a one-year plan and are willing to pay that price because it's worth this insane risk because of what's available next year.
You talking about what's available for the Bucks to Bucks
next year in the East? Yes,
but with the way the roster is constructed, you heard Windhorst say it on your show with the Milwaukee Bucks top what he thinks they are. The Bucks don't have the roster to win a championship.
They're not winning a championship.
Well, then what do you mean? So what?
Because they can go further in the East than any year in the near future. Because next year they're better than Indiana, they're better than Boston, 2 of the top teams. If Indiana and Boston were normal, there's no way I believe they would have done this.
Well, I just don't understand. So what are we're doing it just because we think that maybe we can catch lightning in a bottle?
You don't have to. The Lightning doesn't have to be near as good this 1 year. 2 teams better than you, right?
Okay.
Indiana and Boston. So now they're out. You believe you're better than them right now.
Well, Cleveland and the Knicks.
You got Cleveland and the Knicks. Nobody's that scared of the Knicks. But, I mean, you're a player, but only for 1 year. It can be the only explanation for doing something that is so bizarre.
And it's bizarre and you think different because of the fact that the ramifications down the road you're paying. They're eating up $22 million for somebody who is not on your roster.
Yes.
Yeah. You take away some flexibility you have.
I'm not saying that. The league is saying that.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it was a drastic move that they did.
No, drastic isn't big enough. This is like signing an alien. That's what people need to look at it.
Yeah,
what
for
they
5
did
years,
is signing an alien.
5 years,
for whatever reasons however you work an alien. So
Dave's going to be retired probably by the time that this is over.
Well, I'm just saying, but I don't think they would do it except for the chance they have next year. Next year, they can make a legitimate run at the Eastern Conference Championship. They still have to add something.
But then what?
Then they'll worry about it after next year.
And what if you lose Giannis?
Well, again, you're keeping Giannis, I think, by best showing him we're going in and what we're doing next year. Giannis, I mean, this is, we just brought in an alien for you, Giannis. And again, if next year did not exist, I don't think they would have made as wild. I don't think they would have signed.
You're saying if Halliburton and Tatum
and
didn't
then
go
after
down.
next year, they'll see where they're at after next year. But they got a chance next year. Now, as Wendy said, they still don't. They have a replacement for Lopez.
Brook Lopez.
But the key is that wasn't the deal. Before they added Turner, they sucked.
Dang.
Now they are significantly better with Turner, right?
No, I believe
they are.
Then they were without Lopez.
He fits what they're trying to do at a younger age than Brook
and
Lopez
no one thought
was.
they would get someone that good in that position
because
no one knew that an alien was available. Now they have to get a point guard, or they still got, but they have some money available to do it. I'm certain they're going to add something else.
They have to. There's no way you make as drastic of a move as you do with the money that you're putting in your cap into the future without adding another piece.
Is it illegal to buy out a player who's not in his last year of his contract?
I'm anything. I don't know of anything that's not. They just did something. They just brought in an alien, so you can't say nothing.
Why do you keep saying alien?
Because he doesn't.
Because I want them to know how bizarre it is. They
brought in ET.
Yes, they brought in ET. No one does this. No one comes close to this. They actually brought in 2 aliens.
Oh, 2?
No, I don't know how to describe how incredible. I don't know that in terms of relative to past history that any decision has ever been made by a team as dramatically different as this one.
But I just want you to answer this
3
question.
times
Homer,
the highest, and that was done in 2020.
I understand your overall point about what they did and how bizarre it is from what has been done in the past of the NBA.
Yes.
But if it means that Giannis will be on the team this year, do you think it was worth it?
And the fact that the league, their conference, is dramatically different this one year.
So do you believe it was worth it?
I would have done it, yes, because of.
Oh, so you like aliens then?
In this particular case, yes. Only because of the rare as an alien, 2 of the top teams without their best player for a year.
Speaking of best players on the court, at halftime, there's no better player than Red Panda, who went down.
Yes, I was on Wilde and Tausch, and I was really disgusted that they hadn't spent more time. The Michael Jordan of halftime performances. The greatest halftime performance.
He laughed at
the greatest
I didn't laugh at her. She lost her fastball.
Ever halftime performer in the history of the game of basketball.
But she's lost her fastball, and this might be the time to hang it up.
She just got hurt. Why do you know
her balance?
Why I saw her just recently. She hadn't lost her fastball.
Yeah, she was good. She was good.
I've been to shows where cups have been dropping all over the place.
I saw her the last time, and she got all of them.
Ding, 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 ding. There's cups everywhere.
Ben.
Yes, I have.
Ben just making stuff
No,
up.
I'm not.
No.
I've been to shows where she's. Okay, so we're acting like Red Panda's never dropped a ball.
No, we're not. You said she'd lost her curveball.
No, fastball. She don't have a secondary pitch.
No,
she only got one pitch.
I know, and I saw her.
I saw her last year.
The last time I saw her, she did everything right. It might have been the Big East tournament.
Do you know how old she is?
I saw I saw her at Wisconsin Badger basketball game, and she was so bad.
Yes. No,
Wow.
she's
bad.
not
She's
bad.
never been bad. No.
You can go look Red Panda up on Twitter.
She's 55.
She's not
exactly why she's not going to be able to. No one's the GOAT forever.
And I thought she'd lost her fastball until I saw that performance at the Big East tourney. But she just got hurt. I don't know
She fell.
She fell and hurt her ankle, right?
Wrist.
Red Panda has not performed at Madison since 2019.
That's when I saw her.
Well, so
she did bad that night.
She lost her fastball.
I'm telling you, I watched her drop the ball.
Maybe she was playing through an illness.
No, I have. If I can go on my Apple iCloud
find Michael
somehow.
Jordan's worst game, then
She had one bad performance.
Yeah, but she's Michael Jordan 10 years past the Wizards right now.
This past year.
No,
stop it.
I don't think so.
Listen to Homer. He knows best.
So disrespectful.
Why? Because he's also old?
No.
Now, what?
Okay,
No,
now
I
you
think
take a shot.
I think it's
Real
fair.
mature, Ben.
I think it's fair that to say she's not as great as in her prime.
Yes.
But she's still very good.
How is she gonna battle back from injury?
She might not
this is
recover.
something we've
That
never
might be
seen
it.
before.
She might need to go see a
Homer,
sports.
this might
I
be
want to
it.
be
a
on
bike
record.
side college.
She's
Let
gonna
me be on
be
that.
performing for you
She
in
will
the old
be
homes.
performing again. The greatness that I know
I
is the
don't
Red
know,
Panda.
Homer.
Homer, the
this
way
might
she
be
fell,
it.
you should have seen
What?
her eyes. They just opened up.
I think this might be it.
No, there's no way.
I hope you're right.
Near-death experience
Yeah,
will
she
change
might
lives.
she fell 15 feet.